Hello, everybody. I love that the captions are y'all ready to go? And then Henry, oh shit, sorry. I was thinking about Gibby. And it spells Gibby properly and capitalizes it. Like, Caption Ninja recognizes Gibby.
As it
Caption
should.
Ninja has been reading iCarly scripts.
Oh, okay. He thinks I said Skippy. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the finale of Lust and Dust, a Thirsty Sword Lesbians adventure with this wonderful crew right here. I'm dying, so I'm going to try and not talk as much at the top of the show before I lose my voice again or the ability to breathe through my nose. So let's go around and have everybody introduce themselves, remind us who you're playing, and yeah, kind of just to add like in how your character's feeling right now in this moment. Let's start with Ashton.
Oh, what's going on, Power? Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. I'm IBS, and oh my god, it's been a trip today. Like truly insane. But yeah, hi. I play Emery, and I am fucking booking it for Sunshade's Embrace to get that water stone. I'm bringing back the ocean. That is how I'm feeling. Taylor, yeah.
Let's go with Layla.
Hi, I'm Layla. My character is Rolly. I'm maybe confused, probably horny. Next person.
Solid. That then goes over to Kian.
Hello. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. Marion. I'm playing Marion, who is a little afraid and a little turned on right now. Unclear. Has just had a knife to their throat by a very hot lady, so we're cool.
Honestly, whenever I'm turned on, I'm a little afraid.
That is so valid.
The diagram sometimes.
Is that like
anxiety
for me?
It's like, ooh, do I have goosebumps because I'm turned on, or is it because I think I'm about to die?
We'll never know.
Never know. Let's go over to Taylor.
Hello, I'm Taylor. I use she, her pronouns. I play Caspia Sea Seeker, who also uses she, her pronouns. Caspia is feeling probably kind of confused, excited, honestly kind of a little like numb, I think, because so much has just like happened where it's like, oh, my whole worldview just kind of got disrupted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think probably excited to have the crystals, confused about what's going on, and a little bit just done.
Love it. Let's go up to Blair.
Hi, I'm Blair _Canadian Moose all over the place. I play Rumble. Rumble is overjoyed to be heading back home because fuck being away from home. That's crazy. Why did we do that, you guys? But also like nervous, very nervous because you know, she was away for a little bit, and there hasn't really been a conversation about that. So I think she's just kind of bracing for what may happen. She's kind of bracing for the worst, I think. So a very weird mix. Bracing for the worst, but also very, very excited at the same time.
Wonderful. And then Taylor, I'm the storyteller. I'm everybody else, and they all have a variety of feelings that I cannot accurately, properly portray in this moment. So we'll just figure it out as I meet them, I guess. XP, final bits of XP to the first person that tells me what happened last time. Go.
You literally just explained it to us before we started. Cannot fucking tell you.
All the thoughts just left my fucking head. Like,
I don't even know what happened in the first episode. Like, I don't know what's happening. I know what the characters' names are. I'm just here to flirt and make jokes about flirting.
We exploded things.
We did.
I'm a professional.
Camp. Somebody got shot, right?
Oh, I got shot.
Caspia got shot.
Yeah.
Or wait,
No, not Caspia.
Not Caspia?
Rumble.
I got shot.
Rumble got shot. That's right.
That's
okay.
right. I forgot I
Yeah,
got
but I
shot.
think I picked Rumble up after or something
That's
like
what
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went to the hideout for the Dust Reavers, and got the other crystal that we needed. We reunited with Rumble.
And there
We
was a
killed.
ghost,
There
right?
was a ghost. There's been a ghost.
There's always a ghost.
I thought you said
Uh,
goat. And I
there
was
was a
like, did we
goat.
get a
If
goat?
only.
We killed the nemesis, Anne Marie's nemesis. We spared the other bad guy, who is Marion's love interest.
And it's on
then
the plane.
and is
Also-
on the plane back with us.
That was not a wee spare. That was a Caspia spare.
Yeah,
Caspia
I
specifically.
said, what did I say? I said something like
Something-
change your heart or die.
Yeah,
Something really
yeah.
savage.
Or
And they were
Paris,
like,
I think.
good point. I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna see myself out of this situation. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who just said a thing, XP.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
I did mention the ghost, so I'm taking
There we
that
go.
off my account.
Love it.
The goat.
You know, all the goats. Yeah, and I think, we have 2 of the elemental crystals in your possession currently. You know, the earth crystals being held safe by the matriarch, as well as you now know the general location of the water crystal, being the well under your town this whole time. Wild. But what are you going to do with all those? Who the fuck knows? Not my job. We're going to pick up as you are flying in, driving in, probably some space in between those, but all making it back to Sunshade's Embrace. We'll say it's probably, because I think it was quite a haul, a couple of days worth of journey. You had to kind of stop camp the lakes, though. Dust Reavers currently doing a lot of damage control and picking up their own pieces. Y'all only seen a few bands of cars about that maybe have not heard word yet. So it's been pretty quiet, but you make it back in town. We'll say the sun's already set. It's kind of nighttime. It's nice, cool. There are, once you get to the outpost, the planes, you're able to, we'll say, probably land up on that big kind of mesa that y'all are nestled up against, and then come down the elevator from the little overwatch area. Those in the cars and Poppy get to pull in. Lights are on. There's a fire burning in the center of town where you can hear some chatting, some singing, all sorts of just evening revelry. The usual here is going. There's no, constant murder talks that you've had in the last few civilizations you have been at.
Is it
Bunch of
karaoke
bandits.
again? Is it karaoke night?
Oh yeah, definitely. Y'all
Yes.
have been gone long enough that you've come back to the next installment of karaoke night.
Yes.
Yeah. you've hit-
Perfect timing.
It was kind of the goal. I feel like
Totally.
Ashton or like Anne Marie's like, we have to go. No, we can't sleep tonight. We got to go another 5 more hours because then we'll make it back in time for karaoke.
As soon as the plane's on the ground, I'm sprinting out the door.
I'm singing Jolene.
Oh
decided.
my god.
I love it. Yeah, they definitely would have beat the cars too. So I think those on ground like pull up and hear this like Jolene duet happening. Very, very familiar voices. But yeah, what would everyone like to do as you make your way back into town?
Well, question.
Mhm.
What's up with Marion, and what do we know? And are we aware that there's currently someone in the plane with them that maybe is not great?
Has Sable said anything as far as like, don't tell your friends I'm here?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, look, she's a cocky bitch. I think she's just kind of like, whatever. Like, maybe would have, if there was like a night that like bedded down to camp or whatever, like she probably would have like stuck to the plane out of view unless she wanted to like know she was there.
I think as we land, not gracefully, Marion will turn to Sable. Well, I don't think we're going anywhere else other than here. So you are welcome to get out of the plane, but then I will have to tell my friends that you're here, and I'm not quite sure if that is part of your plans. But you didn't kill me, and you had a lot of time to try and kill me, and you didn't do that. So I think that maybe you're on our side.
Here's the thing: is I don't really know what's. Oh wait, no, he wasn't the British one. That was what's his fuck.
I think Sable was Southern.
Yes.
I think.
That's what it was. I don't really know what side y'all are on or anything anyway, as of right now. But your friend made a very convincing argument for me to give up what was going on. It was already a little bit on downhill slope. So, I'm just kind of betting on the best horse at this point. And y'all are quite intriguing. So I guess if it's easier to say I'm on your side for everybody, I can do that.
If there's another one of those powerful crystals, are you going to try to steal it from us?
No, I only really cared about the fire one because it made me badass.
If hypothetically one of the other crystals would make you badass, are you going to try to steal it from us?
No, I guess not.
Isn't there a
I feel like you're seeing a lot of Anne-Marie currently of like a person who's clearly always in charge and powerful in like that confidence who has no one to control and in charge anymore. Like what can the captain do without a crew is the current trajectory her brain is going.
Why would you call her out like this?
It's not pierce the mask. That's in the masks game that I'm in. But it's a like figure out a person.
Oh yeah.
Can I try to figure out a person to see if I actually believe Sable?
Absolutely.
Dice are a thing that we need for this game. I didn't pull my dice out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I just found the first two D6s. I hope they don't betray me. What's my wit? Where am I? There I am. That's a 7.
Okay. So you get to ask 2 questions, but they get to ask you 1. You also get to, because I think you have a string on them. If you would like to use a string, you get to add +3 to that, which would make it a 10+. If you want 3 questions or 2 questions now or later in the scene, I guess. So they don't ask you one. That's the difference there too.
Nah, I'll let Sable ask me a question. Okay. I would like to ask, I just kind of suss out, is she telling the truth? Is she going to steal a crystal from us if given the chance?
I mean, if given the chance would mean a lot more than she assumes will probably happen. So truthful. It's truthful. Like it would take a lot more for her to feel confident enough to steal what anybody else knows.
Okay, excellent. I want you to know that if you had said that she was being dishonest, Miriam was going to try to knock her out and drag her out of the plane. So this is a lot less threatening to Marion, which is awesome. What are your feelings towards Marion? All of them.
All the feelings. I think with Sable, it is a lot of it's much more unlike the confused, intrigued, like kind of mystified. It is like very much the vibe, like someone who has seen so many type of people and you are very different. I mean, the first time that y'all met, literally grappled yourselves to her when she had a flaming fucking fist weapon, like, and went off that cliff and like all the things. Like it's very much that kind of like Yeah, just intrigued.
Okay.
And wants to see what you're about, where we're going, kind of thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Um, I think for her, oh, all of these are so good. I think, how could I get you to trust me?
Oh.
How does Sable earn your trust?
Doing something to help the crew.
Okay.
I can elaborate if needed, but I think in general, if Marion sees that somebody is trying to help the team, then in Marion's head, okay, they're a good person because they're taking care of my people.
Okay.
Believing that Sable is telling the truth, Marion will kind of cock their head to the side. Okay, you can get out of the plane now, and I will swing myself over, and I'm going to hold my hand up as though to help Sable out, as though she needs it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh yeah. And I think it's one of those where it's like one hand's on the edge of the plane and then like one that like barely puts a weight but will like take it and just kind of like hurdles over the edge and then turns back around to Wilhelmina and then also puts her hand out so y'all can both help Wilhelmina out of this plane. She's just been watching this whole time.
If the group approaches, whoever approaches, Marion will just, so I made a new friend on the way, and I think that it's fine to keep her around.
I think Anne-Marie probably landed like right before you did. I think you do hear the opening of Jolene as Rolly and Anne-Marie are probably like doing karaoke really quick. I think there's a moment during like halfway through the song where we like spot both of you in the crowd. We do finish the set.
Just hard eye contact the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Anne-Marie will like walk up to you after.
I will say at this point too, like Sable has like taken off any sort of like Dust Reaver iconography, like any of the like little cape, little sigil, like that got thrown out of the plane somewhere along the way.
Okay, well that's smart. What is this? What's going on here?
Well, she had a long time to kill me and she didn't.
Okay, do you want me to stab her?
No. I think
okay.
I think right now we're okay.
This is not a stabbing situation, Anne-Marie.
Okay, well let me know. Let me know if it is and I'll do it.
I think that she can maybe help.
How? Name one way.
She's good in a fight.
Okay, you got me there. I made it too easy.
I appreciate you for that, Anne-Marie. Marion looks very thankful. Marion did not have much to justify Sable staying.
I think maybe has she done anything other than not kill you to earn your trust? Because I personally feel like not murdering someone is kind of the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But arguably,
personally,
that's been a hard bare minimum to reach with the people that we've been out there with.
They got us again.
People.
Actually, I don't think they got us. I don't think they got us. I think that the reason why it was a hard bare minimum for those people to reach was because they were evil.
I wouldn't say they were evil necessarily.
Because they wanted to kill us. So
why were they trying to kill us?
That if someone doesn't want to kill us,
a lot of them have a few screws loose. You know, I think the malnutrition from birth does some things to people.
Okay, listen, we're not going to talk about neurodivergency here in terms of murder, right? We're just gonna straight say that we shouldn't let people murder us, and also that not murdering us is the bare minimum for trust here, right? So
I mean, there's a little sexual tension too, if we're gonna be honest. So does that help?
okay. Well, listen, if there's sexual tension, that changes things.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because really, I feel like you've really grown over the past few days, by like taking
Did I
a
get
stance
taller?
on this. And well,
Did I get taller?
I just
I start
think
standing up
yeah,
really straight.
yeah, I just think that you are a wonderful person and you're learning so much every day, as we all are, and I'm really proud of you.
If I wasn't already smitten with Anne Marie, I get more smitten.
Look, see, this is already an improvement for me. I think me being around y'all is just going to improve me as a person.
This was not you. Let me be clear. This was not you. We had this chemistry before you were here. So.
Oh, yeah, I didn't take that from you. I will say, as this part of the conversation's happening, can be when everyone else pulls up on vehicles, steps out, and then sees this scene outside of the hustle and bustle of the main center of town.
Cock blockers.
Marion is just wildly waving.
I didn't get a chance to get taped up or anything, did I, after being shot?
Still had some days, yeah. I mean, you haven't like healed the condition, but you could have put some first aid on your wound for sure.
Oh, because I was probably gonna give like a
Band-Aid
salute
on it.
and head to a med tent, whatever, to go get taken care of. If I do that, can I remove the condition?
No, there's certain things you have to do to remove the condition,
Shit.
or someone else tries to comfort you because they're technically
I could put
emotional
my hands
conditions.
on
They are
you.
not
Yeah.
Ooh.
You need
actually physical.
you gotta have emotional
He was
healing.
getting flirty.
Yeah.
Wait, was Caspia in the car?
On Poppy,
No, I was on
but riding
Poppy.
with y'all.
Oh, that's right.
You guys were yelling at each other out the window.
Yelling through the window.
Sand going everywhere. Well, I think roll to limp to a med tent. Did I freeze?
Yeah,
Sorry.
but you're back.
Roma will attempt to limp to a med tent unless stopped.
No, easy enough.
Emery won't stop you, but she will follow you to continue this conversation.
Just bringing it along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Caspia will probably follow, being worried about Rumble having been shot.
That's true. Wait, wasn't it Caspia that shot me?
It wasn't me because I don't have a gun. I think it was Anne Marie because
Okay,
Anne
we
Marie
can't-
does have a gun.
I do have a gun, but that doesn't mean I was the one that pulled the trigger, okay?
I think there's only one of us who
Like,
has
three
a
people were
gun.
shooting at the same
I
time
think-
Many people
Into
had
the
a gun.
tornado.
into the
So-
tornadoes. It could be anyone. It's kind of like
Listen, I
knows?
think the lesson that we all need to take from this is that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That is true. That is
The question here is the bullet still in you? Because if we take out the bullet and it has an X carved on it, then it is Anne Marie's.
well. So I think that because I'm pretty sure I was shot with one of their guns. Because I think
y'all
y'all
stole-
picked
Oh,
up
so we'll
guns.
never know for
gun.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll never
Yeah.
know.
yeah. They took the
I
gun
think
from
Hans
the
got
guards.
first, actually.
So
Is the bullet still in me? Evens the bullet is, odds the bullet's not. It's a 4. It is. The bullet is in me.
Well, we won't. There's no way of knowing. So
That's true.
there's no way of knowing. Sean.
I mean, if it does have that mark on it,
does
then we
have
do
an
know.
X on it.
No, but again, like there were so many people shooting. Someone could have used a gun that someone.
If you want, I can
Because
start
you
digging
Just a
around.
little
to
defensive,
find
Anne-Marie.
out. If you want me to dig around in there, I can get the bullet out and find out, you know.
I'm gonna let the doctor. I appreciate it. I do
Well, we can do
appreciate.
it for free.
Oh,
No
we have to
insurance.
pay.
What about this?
We have
Anne-Marie,
currency here?
Anne-Marie, if you shoot me and it's the same, then we know that you're probably the one who did it.
Are we about to Mythbusters this? Is that what's
I think
happening?
Sable just ducks into the shadows. Does not want to be part of this gun shooting
I
conversation.
got my eye on Sable. I want to
Yeah.
make sure that she actually changed. So I think if
She
she's
just
going
doesn't
the
want to be
shadows,
looked
I'm
at to
just-
be like, I'll shoot you. So she's distancing herself from this conversation. But still is nearby because the only person that's going to vouch for her currently is Marion. So she's not leaving their area.
I am
Let's
not
just
going
go
to
to
shoot
the
Rolly,
med
but
tent.
yeah, I'll think about it. We can talk about it later.
Okay, if you guys want to be pussies about it, we can go to the doctor.
Okay, well now I have to shoot you.
No,
We were
listen,
were
last
gonna-
episode, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me.
The matriarch walks up.
I have a gun pointed at Rolly.
Like,
I have my hands up and I'm saying shoot me, which is really funny because it's like the universal symbol for
Don't do it.
surrender. But I'm like, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me.
what are you all doing?
I don't need listen, my tail, if it gets injured enough, I can just grow a new one.
I think they're
Truly.
flirting.
It's purely scientific.
What's love got to do? Got to do?
So I see the portal worked.
We got Risky back.
One way.
Yes, yeah, she came by. Well, I assume this was happening, and Risky will then come walking up with like a couple of other friends, as like she clearly was the one to go get everybody, and so we're having this conversation.
It was an important conversation that we had to have. I still just constantly have the gun pointed at Rolly.
I mean, I'm not literally
I
going
dare
to
you,
get
I
in the
dare you,
way
do it
of this.
for me.
There have been weirder ways to settle disputes.
This isn't even a dispute. We're both on the same side here.
It's really just for research.
Yeah.
I think it's for foreplay.
I always wanted to donate my body to science.
Foreplay is just a kind of research, I think. So
That's so true. Wow, that
And
was
we do
beautiful.
plan for.
We're gonna carve that on your
Okay, that was
statue.
planned. It's okay.
I assume we're gonna get statues after this. I don't know.
Well, you all have fun with this conversation, and what you need to do: go get rest, go get food, go get whatever.
Yeah,
Let's chat tomorrow after you've had
great,
an evening to yourselves.
great.
Just a little nervous, and then like leans over to Risky, and just like, if Anne Marie shoots her, let me know. Let's just goes on.
I think Amory is going to like look at Rolly and then look back at the matriarch, and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Don't worry. I'll still shoot you if you want me to. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna follow the matriarch."
Okay. Absolutely. They're just kind of going back into the little, what was it, like ember something, where the like just hangout area is. But like easy enough to catch up to wherever you would
Cool.
wish.
So hey,
Yes.
the crystals, the elemental crystals, right?
I am very aware now. Yes.
Right. So we have how many of them?
Well, we have the one that Jill returned previously, and
Right.
Risky said Jill found air and fire.
Great. Do you happen to know where the other one is?
As far as I know, no. I've been looking through the books. There have been talks about it being somewhere under the ocean, but well,
Yeah,
all
I-
of this was under the ocean, so
Right.
who knows?
Is there anyone like around us that is listening, or are there people walking by? Like, are we in a
I mean, it's
secluded
definitely like a busy area, but like you could easily just kind of like pull her to the side
Okay.
where there's not much foot traffic.
area? Okay, cool.
He understands
I would
it's
like to
a
do
more
that.
serious
Yeah.
conversation, so would probably be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at her. So let's just. Well, I'll just say it. I do know where the last one is.
Oh, okay.
Do you? So you can tell me.
I,
This seems like I don't know, but I genuinely do know, and I
okay.
and I
I
need to know if
genuinely
you
do
know.
not know.
you don't.
No.
Are you fucking with me?
Absolutely not.
Okay, because if you are, that's kind of hot.
I mean, I'm not fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's a type of foreplay as well.
That one I'm
Okay.
familiar with. Less
Right,
the
yeah.
shooting. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. What would happen if we had all four of them?
Well, I know from some of the different books and things we have that, I don't know, I thought they were all bullshit fairy tales, if you're going to be honest. You can use them to harness the elements, which seems to be what happened with that fire crystal. Or apparently there's some sort of way to put them together to restore a world. I don't know if it's unclear. Some say restore, some say create life. I don't know if that
Okay,
means.
I'm
here
not
or
ready to be a mother. So
Oh, not more like plant life and water
got
and
it.
sustainability again. Yeah. Those things.
Okay.
Those things. Yeah.
Great. Oh, just to be clear, I'm ready to be a mommy, not a mother.
Of course.
But okay. Would you know you wouldn't know how to do this? Like if I were to like go on a very far adventure and find the water crystal and bring it back, we would do that. We would know how to do that, or we could.
You know more than you're telling me, don't you?
I know so much, and
that's what I'm gathering. That's what I'm gathering. Do you want to share any of that with me? Do you want hypotheticals? Because I don't have much information, and you seem to be more informed on this to help make decisions.
Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I'm worried what will happen. If one person holds all of them in like one hand, what will happen? You know, like that's what I'm scared of. And so I just feel like if anyone else knew this, and even if it was for purely research purposes, like got them all together, I just don't want the world to explode. I don't want anything bad to happen. So I'm just kind of trying to like I'll tell you where it is, or I'll get it and bring it to you. And I just want to make sure that nothing bad is going to happen. And I just feel like the less people that know about it, and I just shouldn't say it out loud. That seems like bad luck to me, and I don't fuck around with that.
Understandable. I will say, no, I don't know what's going to happen. And I understand that is scary for many ways. Earth blowing up being a big one. The change of life in general being another. I don't think that will happen if you just hold all four in one hand. It seems that there is a process.
You rub them together?
It seems like there's more of a ritual in place. I don't know if that was just more in some sort of spiritual hypothetical way, or if it actually needs to be done like magic spell. That I don't know, but it seems like it's a process. So I don't think us just touching them together will do.
Okay.
It's one of those where it's very easy to control one by yourself. It seems to be a process to will multiple of them to work.
Okay.
Which may mean a conduit. It may mean more people. It may mean, I don't know, some hocus pocus.
Okay. So
maybe all it needs is the power of friendship.
Or gay sex. I'm fine with either.
That too.
I will experiment many ways.
Great.
I mean, what is friendship without gay sex anyways?
I have none that aren't both.
Is it smart if we put them all in one place and you experiment with them? Or do you just want to focus on like 3 for now, just in case something horrible happens and this whole place goes up in flames and then someone comes in and is able to take all of the crystals? Like, I'm just saying, like, do we want to have all 4 of them next to each other? Should I like wait to bring you the 4th one?
I hadn't really thought about things exploding. So yeah, probably we should not be in town.
Okay.
Trying to harness those. That seems smart. We don't blow something away or create a massive tree or
flames or
something.
Cool. So say the word. I'll grab it wherever it may be, however far away it is. We don't know how close it is. I do, but it'll, just let me know. I'll grab it. We'll do whatever. Fuck around a little bit. Never know what's gonna happen. Just two friends. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, I love you. And I'm gonna walk away.
They've just been so lost for words for so long. She's like, we'll talk again tomorrow.
I got my information. That's all I needed. Yeah, I'll head back to the where everyone else
Yeah.
is.
Well, but at this point, the stitches are like done, and there is no bullet. Let's roll. Let's roll. Hold on. There is an X on it, but
That's a thing that people do to mark their bullets.
Fuck.
Everyone does that. Like,
you say
pirates,
that, and
pirates
Sable's like,
only
yeah,
know-
everyone does that.
pirates only know 2 letters or 3 letters. It's C, X, and R. We have a limited amount of letters that we can put on our bullets. Okay.
What about I?
That's a letter.
There's also like
Now, another one.
north,
That's
east,
the part of
west,
my
south,
face.
NEW.
You say I, right?
Well, that's 2 because I'm seeing you. That's what it means.
I didn't realize.
You
that's where
say
it
that
came
to
from.
your captain, captain, I see you, captain, with my 2 eyes. And a lot of the times pirates don't even have 2 eyes. So, it's just like a figure of speech saying like, yes, I see you with all of the eyes I have available. Sometimes people
It's
have more than
also-
2.
It's also a letter.
Well, that's interesting.
Isn't I captain like AY? I
I don't know what you're
like
saying.
more.
I thought it was AYE.
Alright. Oh, yeah, there might be an E in there too.
Or maybe that's A.
Okay,
Oh,
this
and
is all
English
very
language
confusing
is quite
for me.
weird.
I wish
Wait,
we
so-
had something to search this.
So Anne Marie shot Rumble.
No, there's no proof of that. There's no proof.
That's
But we could get
If
proof.
it helps, she also shot me and like lifts up just like a wound that has been like very shoddily stitched in this.
That
like,
one was
hip.
me. That one was me. Does it look similar? Compare.
It looks pretty
I
similar.
mean, it did have an X on the bullet. I just threw it out the side of the plane when I was giving myself surgery.
What?
I had to get the bullet out. I wasn't gonna let it sit in there for 2 days.
Let's switch spots. Just gonna kind of move and, like,
It's like just so much like hydroperoxide poured on it. All right. Y'all have an evening before you have to chat with the matriarch or figure out what you want to do, and an evening for the matriarch to parse everything that Anne Marie has said. It's so confused. Is there anything in particular anyone would like to do?
I want to talk to
Chat.
Anne Marie, specifically asking her about all of the people she shot. And for her to give me vivid, detailed accounts of every single one.
We're not sleeping tonight, and it's not even in a sexy way.
Oh,
I have too much
that was
to
the
explain.
plan.
You just have this conversation with one of y'all's like rum bottles just sitting in front of the matriarch's like RV, just waiting for the meeting the next morning.
I started
I
a
have-
fire.
I have shot myself, but just to see what it felt like. But it does not matter because it was my chest, and I did not feel it. It did not hit anything in there.
Oh, it was just all fat.
Padding. It's all padding.
Yeah.
Bounce
that's,
away.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's really fair. I think that's really smart of you, because I think that when you are using a force on someone, you should know how that force feels, so you know
Exactly.
how much damage you're doing, for sure.
Yes, exactly.
And now
Yeah,
you know
I-
not to shoot people who are really big chested in the booth.
Exactly. It was a test. I mean, I've never met anyone who has the same size or bigger or any. I can't imagine
Me
that.
neither.
But it's good to know me. If I ever get shot there, I can go on.
It's kind of like natural armor.
It really is. It's why I'm so good at my job.
Yeah, at shooting people.
Yeah, and at just being a little stinker. Which is what it says on my resume, I assume. I did not write it.
Oh, did you get your associate to write it?
I kind of just said it out loud.
And it's gone with the wind, baby. It's gone with the wind.
Watching
know what
this
that
whole
is.
conversation, Sable just leans over and whispers to Marion, is like, they've always gone by Anne Marie, right? Like, this is the Anne Marie that like
That's-
Zephyr was all like up in arms about and being like a
definitely.
pain in the ass, and they were like rival. God, he was dumber. Suck bricks. All right.
How close are they?
She's whispering, so I attempted not to be her, but I'll leave it up to you.
Well, I don't even need to hear it. But I do just want to like give her a look, and I'm just gonna like, and then continue talking.
She just like no face, like her expression has not changed. Just
I just nod. I nod. I'm just gonna continue talking about people that have shot.
Also, in a non-sexy way, I have tied a rope between me and Sable to make sure that she does not wander in the night.
I don't know how that cannot be sexy.
It's a very long rope. Provides a lot of reach. It's not we're not feeling like, hot and locked up and tied down.
20 feet long.
This is the second time you and Sable have been tied together.
I start chasing Marion around to the point where that Marion like goes in a circle around Sable enough times that the rope is now really short.
Oh no.
I'm like, hey Marion, let's play tag. Tag, you're it, and I start running.
Sable's just accepted it at this point. It's like, all right, this is what fun is around here. Playing tag and talking about
when you
shooting
have a
people. And you
smile
say
on
that
your
we
face.
were the ones killing all the time. Y'all done nothing but talk about shooting people since we've been here.
I'm sorry. I was one of you. I used to do shit with you. That's why I'm like this.
Yeah.
Also, Anne Marie has never done anything wrong. So if Anne Marie shot someone, that was correct. And you always do things wrong. So if you shot someone, that was wrong.
I don't even know who I am.
She didn't kill me, and I like to think that was a not wrong thing to do. I like to think that was the right thing to do.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay.
In fact, I mean, let's be honest. Since y'all have known me, I've only shot 2 fireballs and missed wildly. So, and you took my ability to shoot fireballs, so I can't even do that.
Okay, so you're a bad shot. I'm sorry. That's not my fault.
I usually don't shoot people.
Okay, well, maybe you should learn.
Nah.
If you're going to be in this line of business, you have to know how to aim.
But there's like daggers, there's swords. Those are more fun.
You still got to aim with them.
You can throw both of those things.
I never said I couldn't throw something, just I couldn't aim a fire gauntlet.
It's this. So you have a target?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Leans down, pulls a dagger out of her boot. You want to do target practice?
Do it.
Marion reaches for the dagger.
She throws it so quick before Marion even grabs the wrist. It is gone, and it just pings into the chair right next to like Anne Marie's head, like in the wood chair.
I get hit because I threw myself on top of her. So I actually hit my shoulder. So like it wasn't gonna hit anyone, but then I get hit. It doesn't hurt that bad.
All right. I don't
You gotta
really
work
know
on
how I'm
that.
gonna fit in here, so I'm just
You gotta
gonna.
work
And
on
she
your
just
aim.
turns around because she's attached to Marion and can't leave, so just puts her back to y'all.
Marion opens up like a compartment or like a pocket or something, and it's just like, where do you keep getting knives? And like pulls out like 3 of them. She's like, where does she keep getting them?
Turns back, winks, and looks away again.
I feel like after a while we will be great friends, but I don't want to think about that right now.
There's like, you could tell that she wants to say something and then just like doesn't.
Yeah, I hope you
bites her
don't.
tongue.
Tell me in 5 years when we're like besties. I can't wait to hear what you were just about to say. Bitch.
Marion, the only one that can see Sable's face, like she's smiling.
Honestly,
Full
knowing
smile.
gays, y'all are probably just gonna date the same person and then become best friends after y'all both dated the same person.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much.
I think Rumble's just been like standing and watching this whole whatever, and is gonna make like a not obnoxiously loud, but just kind of like a notifying like, oh well, we're back home. It feels like it. I'm gonna sleep off this bullet wound.
Put some salt water on it.
Will do. Yes. And she's just kind of like very sheepishly just kind of backing up. And if I do have the condition guilty right now. So if allowed, she is going to leave. But yeah,
I
because
think
this feels weird.
you just hear Marion whisper, but not very good at whispering. Do you think she's gonna leave again if we all go to sleep?
Oh.
I think if you're looking at Rumble, she has probably like turned her back and probably like stopped for a second, and then probably like I feel like how you can kind of see like guilt in somebody's like shoulders, just the way that they walk. There was probably like a like of like the shoulders like walking away. That hurt a little bit. Yeah, she's sad about that one. But
Marion is unraveling the rope from Sable and is collecting it and is starting to walk over toward Rumple with the rope.
Oh. I don't think I need to be a part of this.
Too bad. Sorry, I can't. I don't think that everybody trusts you yet. And I'm gonna grab Rumble's wrist and I don't think that you're gonna leave, but in case you do, so that we can follow you. And Marion is like slowly tying the rope around Rumble's wrist.
No, Marion, it's okay. I promise you, I'm not.
Some people seemed really upset and non-subtle look to Caspia. And then back to Rumble. And I don't think that, I just want to make sure that you don't leave again because I don't want to get into another fight with somebody and that was really uncomfortable for me and is just starting to ramble because
It's okay, Marion. I'll walk her back to her place and make sure she doesn't run away again.
Marion was not looking at the knot, so awkwardly long time to untie it because it is absolutely tangled. Eventually is able to get it off Rumble's wrist.
I think once you get it like untied, Rumble's gonna kind of like put a hand on your shoulder, Marion, and be like look you dead in the face and say, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Turns to Sable. Sorry, we can go back over here now. We'll go and sit back down.
Gives this like a look to Rumble that's just like, please convince him to untie me too. Like, please convince him.
Sorry.
No.
It looks fun. Sorry, I joined, but you can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with Rumble to wherever. I'm assuming she's going back to her place to go to bed.
There's
Yeah.
sheer panic from Sable's face seeing the two people who haven't threatened to like shoot or question them. And I was like, oh god, no. Oh man.
To be fair, I haven't threatened to shoot anyone. I just asked to get shot.
Yeah.
There is
In
a
some
difference.
ways, that seems more frightening.
Only if you're a pussy.
I think Rumble is very noticeably tense. Probably walking like this, just kind of like, you know. And I think she's walking back to the garage. I think she's walking
Oh, okay.
towards her car. But be like, so crazy. How long have we been gone? A few days? A week? A month?
About a week total. Yeah.
Year? A week?
Crazy year.
Crazy years. A crazy week. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad at you.
Huh?
I don't think anybody's mad at you for leaving.
Why?
Why aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, even I thought it was stupid. I left you guys in the middle of like a battle. Somebody could have died.
I was mad when you did it, but I'm not mad now. It's been a lot of time has passed, and I also maybe realized that I know I'm super different from how I used to be, like when we were younger, and I thought that I was different in a better way, but I think I was just different in a different way. And after you left, I got really upset. I had a fight with Marion.
Oh, was that what that was? I was confused when Marion brought that up because we haven't, there was just a like explosion, shot, crystal, and then it hasn't been a conversation.
we had a really big fight, and Marion was feeling insecure, and I told them that I wish that they were more like you, but it wasn't because I wanted them to be different. It was just because I really missed you, because I really care about you a lot, and I didn't realize how much that I had been missing you while I was gone. And then when you left again, I realized how you must have felt when I left. And once I realized that, then I really couldn't be mad at you for leaving, especially because you left for a way better reason. You had to get risky.
I don't think everybody would see it that way. Dumbass matriarch. Oh. Wow. It I mean, totally I've had people like fight about me before, but sorry. Yeah, I mean, other than risky, you were like probably the next closest person I had here. So, yeah, it's that you had to do you and stuff, but it wow. I don't really fully know what to say, but I care about you too, and that, yeah, I guess it being kind of confronted again, because when you had to go do your stuff, it was just easier to just kind of accept it and move on than feel. Um, that sucks though. I don't like that I made you feel that way because I didn't. It didn't feel good when I felt it a long time ago. But you get what I'm saying. Do I? I feel like I don't do this. I'm sorry. I don't. No, there's a head tilt. I don't. I think I get what you went through because I went through it. Like you said that.
Yeah. So you were feeling about me how I was feeling about you when you left. But I don't know. Okay, so the way that I was feeling was like I didn't realize how much like I thought of you as a friend, and then there I was like, oh, okay, maybe more than a friend, and then you were gone, and I was like, oh, this is like really, what if something happens and I never get to tell her? But then you came back, and I was like, okay, so I don't have to worry about telling her. So, and then I didn't think that you could feel that way. So is that, or when you said the way that you felt, is that the way that you felt? Like you felt like
I mean, I'm talking about a long time ago.
I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, yeah, right, a long time ago, right.
I mean, recently I felt really shitty because I didn't. I didn't want to. I didn't. The whole reason I left to the our home was to get Risky back. I know there's the crystals and whatever, and I should probably care more about it, but just, you know, if, this is my sister. That's like my my family. Um, but it was really hard, and I didn't want to do that, and that's why I expected everybody to be mad because it was really shitty. And that's kind of like the first time on this like mission thing that I felt like bad about doing what I had set out to do, if that makes sense. And just and then like I wasn't expecting because I had previously, when we kind of stopped hanging out and you had to go do your thing, which very, you know, seemed to like it. Great, good, yeah. Um, but like I'd kind of like cut that, if that makes sense. Like just kind of stopped everything. But I mean, I cared about you a lot back then, and being on a team with you again, just you know. But now you feel what?
I think I already kind of fucked up, so I don't really want to put you through more than
How did you fuck up?
by leaving you. And I didn't know that you felt that way about it until. So now I think it would be selfish for me to tell you how I'm feeling about it because you don't owe me anything after everything.
I mean, I will say, you know, growing up an orphan, and then also, I think it was also, we were younger, we were kids, and not to dismiss any feelings or anything, but I think, like, I just as you're not mad at me, I'm not mad at you. I think maybe I was at one point, but I'm not. So I don't think you fucked up. I think it's just life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Just like bad timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you did what you had to do, just as I kind of did what I had to do. I feel like we had parallel experiences. Just
Yeah.
at different ages, and slightly different, but the 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 bare bones are similar, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. I should let you go to bed.
Uh, okay. I mm. But I wanted to hear what you had to say. Sorry, I thought I was trying to tell you that I understand.
I think Caspia really just, her face just goes totally blank. Like she's really trying to not express any emotion. And just says, I have feelings for you that I sense are not reciprocated. And perhaps, sir, I didn't realize at the time that it would have been a good time to express the feelings. Uh, I was too stupid to see what was happening. And so now that I do have the feelings, I think that I don't.
Can
That's it.
can mid this explanation, can Rumble kiss Caspia?
Yes.
I think to go to explain that, I think like kind of what I was getting at. I'll speak as Blair because I feel like I can't speak it as
Yeah.
Rumble. I think like Rumble really cared for Caspia when they were like younger, and that was
Mhm.
because Rumble is close to her sister, and that's it.
Mhm.
And so when Caspia was there, that was like kind of like being vulnerable and like letting you in and being really like close
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And so like losing somebody just because of like life situation as a kid didn't really like get it. And so instead of feeling that and processing it, was just like, well, Caspia's gone, and
Right.
like
Yeah.
not returning to that. So I think what Rumble has figured out through this is that Rumble really did miss Caspia like a lot and missed that like connection. And also now in this, like, Rumble was so terrified that everybody was going to hate her when she
Mhm.
got back. So I think it's also like the joy of, and I think honestly, I think Rumble's one of those that like Rumble doesn't know like what a relationship or like what like love like that is. So I think it's
Yeah.
hard for her to express that like
Yeah.
like I have feelings for you or something like I think that's hard for her to
Yeah.
express. So I think her being like, wow, I'm so happy people are mad at me, and also like I really missed you. I think that is kind of where she's at. So through that is like
Yeah.
kiss So that's Blair explaining where it's trying to get.
Yeah.
Rumble's just a mess. So
Yeah, Caspia's also a mess because I think the reason why she didn't want to tell you anything and why she was so awkward about it is because she's so repressed. Like she's
mm,
not allowed to have feelings for people, so
mhm.
feels guilty about it and is kind of projecting now that she's like, okay, maybe the Sandslip Guardians were bullshit. Is like, well, now I shouldn't tell Rumble because it would be selfish to her because now she doesn't feel that way towards me anymore. So like I'm not gonna even bother telling her. So that's why Caspia was like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. But I think as soon as Rumble goes in for the like, what kind of kiss is this? Is this like a peck? Is this like a romantic kiss? Like what's the vibe?
Ooh. I'm gonna say middle of the road because it
Okay.
is like you know, Rumble's not a monster. Rumble's about consent and whatever, but it is I'm
Yeah.
kissing you mid like I don't have time to
Yeah.
wait, can I do like she's not doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's middle like is this okay, but also like showing that it's a bit more than just like a quick
Yeah.
like thing. Yeah.
Then I think at first there's like just a kind of like surprise, and then Caspia just kind of reaches for your hand and squeezes it like during the kiss,
Mm.
to kind of be like, yeah, this is cool. Like and also just like another like sense of connection, I think, and
Mm.
just squeezes your hand.
I think she'll like hold on to it as like once it's done.
Mhm.
Um and it's just gonna be like it's kind of still like sheepishly like looking at the ground a little bit. It's like I wasn't really lying when I said I was tired and didn't really I don't know if I could handle the how many people we've shot that's just me, at fresh wound and everything.
Oh, yeah, let me take a look at that, and
Oh,
I think I'll, like, go to just check out. I know you already, like, received
mm,
medical attention, but we'll look at it really quick, and I do think this counts as emotional support. Um,
wee.
so I can help try to take care of this condition.
Let's
I'll roll
go.
plus spirit, and I do have a string on Rumble, so I think I'll spend it to add +3 to this. So it's +5. Oh, that's 15.
Let's
We got
go.
2 5s +5.
I healed
Uh,
every wound I had in my body.
So let's see. If they open up to you, they choose one, and you either choose one or take a string on them. And there's clear condition. Mark XP forward, +1 forward. Gain insight from the jam about an obstacle facing one of you. So you each get to pick one.
Oh. Well, I'm in a clear condition. I'll do that. I'll pick that as mine.
can I clear my condition if I pick clear condition? Or
Yep.
does it have to be on the person? Okay, then I will
Nope.
also clear my condition of frightened. We're all healed up.
Nice.
The
Yeah.
lay on hands scene. I think just like the just not expecting to get like the wound examined at this moment. I think Rumble's just gonna kind of like laugh and like a little bit, like definitely some of that like nerve like melt away a little bit, and just kind of like honestly laugh and like probably kind of blush a little bit because it's like all up in her side business.
Yeah.
It's like thanks. I was just gonna say if you wanted to, I think I do this sometimes. I sleep in my car
Oh,
sometimes. But if you want to just hang out or hang out, then there's like multiple
yeah.
seats in the.
Yeah.
I think
I
she'll
think
just like. Oh, go ahead, you go.
I was gonna say, I think the thing that Caspia is doing right now is like the thing where you're like, what is this person trying to communicate with
Oh
me
no!
right now? It's like, is this a like we're hanging out? Is this a like we're gonna fuck in the car? Like, Cassie doesn't know what this is, so it's just like, yeah, I could sleep in the back seat if, yeah.
Or you could like, and I think Rumble's gonna like ramble a little bit, but also just like grab your hand and like lead you to the car. Um,
Yeah.
it just like I think Rumble also doesn't know, but
Yeah.
I am chill, and I think Rumble's chill with like wherever it goes, it goes. So like if
Yeah.
it is just like hanging out, like talking, then cool. But if it goes to like sex in the car, then cool, like so
Yeah.
I think she'll kind of like she might follow Caspia's lead on that. Not to like throw
Yeah.
that on you, Taylor, but I
I
think
think I think maybe then what we could do is just like have it be like we both go into the car, and then there's like just the cameras kind of on the outside of the car and the windows fog up a little bit, and
like
whether
how
that's
Titanic.
whether that's because we're hooking up or just because we're talking, it's ambiguous.
Nice. I dig it. I dig it. Yes.
Meanwhile, as the conversation on all of the murders continues, and Sable is attached to Marion, let's say, maybe like walked off a little bit or like kind of separated post this. Sable's like, please, please get me away from this conversation. They will kind of like elbow you, Marion. And she's like, there's a rather tall woman that keeps cutting eyes at you from over there, and kind of like nudges towards kind of near the fire where Kelly is at.
Of all the things that I thought Marion was going to return to, it was not returning with a different woman on their arm.
Literally.
Quite literally. Kind of looks at Kelly, looks at Sable. Yeah, that's I'm gonna take the rope off of my wrist. It's very easy because it's loose, and I'm gonna walk over and just put it between Rolly and Anne Marie.
No, don't do this with me, please. No, Mary, no, god damn it. Sable's just so awkward. Looks at Anne Marie. Looks over to Rolly. I meant to stab the chair, not your shoulder.
Oh, I know. I could tell.
I mean, I was trying to flirt with Anne Marie, and I got what I got. It just be like that.
How? You were trying to flirt with me by jumping in front of a knife that wasn't going to hit anyone?
Well, I couldn't tell that it wasn't going to hit you.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate it. But, I did mention earlier that if anything hits me in this area, I'm fine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I was trying to do something. It didn't work.
You don't know that it didn't work. Don't say that. I think that you did an amazing job.
Can I get a kiss sometime for it?
I like this conversation happening in like two lawn chairs, like the wooden chairs.
Sable is in between us.
Just standing there like.
I think just because yeah. I will definitely like kiss Rolly over like Sable. Or just like right in front so that like,
I literally push Sable
right
out
there.
of the chair. Push Sable out of the chair so I can get closer.
At this point, she just takes out a knife from her other boot and cuts the rope and just walks over. Like, not far. Like, literally just, like, out of, like, earshot, but sits down where y'all can still see her.
So you can't hear the kissing? I get it. Some people are loud kissers.
Some people get, like, deep in there.
That reminded me of something. Don't. Oh,
sorry. I'm thinking about one specific K-drama actor who just gets in there.
I'm thinking about one guy who was very drunk and it was all tongue.
Oh no.
Not
Um,
fun.
Marion, you walk to the I'll say it's there in like the embers embrace the little common area. There's a fire going with that kind of chill evening breeze as needed. And it's like karaoke night's over, but you know, there's still like people milling about and stuff. But Kelly was sitting there, clearly probably was actually sitting with like Risky and some friends, and they have like gone off to go to bed or whatever. And so it's just kind of sitting there awkwardly with like essentially like a little snack. It's like not sure what to do, but like kept looking over.
I will sit down next to her. Kelly uses she, her pronouns.
I think we said she, they.
She, they.
I
Okay.
think we said she, they. That was.
Um,
I didn't take notes on Kelly at all, but I remember
Neither
it being
did I.
Kelly because I specifically named her after my mom's really hot butch lesbian friend.
Yes.
So I remembered it
I
was
remember
Kelly
this.
because it reminded
Is
me
your
of my
mom's
mom's
really
hot lesbian
hot
friend.
butch lesbian friend Kelly single?
Yeah,
Not anymore,
Want to hang out?
unfortunately. No, she
Ugh.
might though. I don't know. I don't know her
The way
that
you
well.
said not anymore kind of sounded like you were dating her, and I thought that was
No.
so funny.
No, I wish. Anyway.
Hey.
Hey. How was the adventure rescue mission?
Mission. It was windy. I got thrown off of a building.
Like,
That's how I met Sable. Gesture back over. She
saved
kind of
you?
tried to kill us.
Oh.
And
Oh.
then yeah. And then she kind of threw me off a building.
And you're alive and she's here.
Yeah, she's kind of our friend now. I think. It was.
How far of a fall was it? How are you alive?
Well, Caspia had a lot to do with that.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, Caspia kind of saved us. Rumble disappeared for a while, but is back, and I guess her and Caspia are making up. I'm not really sure.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh,
I was gonna go pick up my stuff I left at the shop, but
I'm glad that they are getting along. Caspia was really mad. So, I didn't know that Rolly and Anne Marie were a thing. But that is
looks over at the moment Sable's like cutting the rope and walking away, and they're just making out. Yeah.
Sable has a lot of knives on her. So yeah.
And she tried to kill you, and she has knives, and she's.
I'm trying really hard to
complicated.
collect them from her, but not great at it. She's got a lot of pockets.
Ugh, gay girl's dream.
So you've
Honestly.
checked. Okay. All the pockets.
I tried to rifle through.
You're especially interested in, I bet.
I tried to rifle through as many as I could, but there's a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
Marion had right over their head, not at all catching on to what they were saying. Did you go to that party with the friend I recommended? I know it was kind of crumpled up note, maybe torn a little bit, but
I went alone, and it was very nice.
it's good. That's good.
Appreciate, I guess, the suggestion. I guess I should have taken that as a hint instead of.
A
That's
hint
my bad.
For what?
That you possibly would be returning with a really attractive lady, quite literally tied to you, and like maybe that means I don't have a chance or anything, and like that's totally fine if that's like. I just,
she was tied to me so that she doesn't try to kill anybody else.
Seems like it worked really well.
mean, it was until I gave the rope to somebody else, and then I think that she was fed up. I don't know how to do this. And like very far away, but like is doing the tennis match between Sable and Kelly, because Marion is like, I have found myself in a situation.
It's fine. You don't
not-
you don't
well,
have to
it's
you don't
not-
have to do anything. It's fine. We
so
just have one little
tomorrow,
date.
I think we're gonna go into a well, really far down, together as a group, and then, you know, somebody could die down there, and maybe that changes things.
Are you going to kill somebody?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me, it's fine. If you have other things going on, I totally understand. We don't have to wait for someone to die to make a decision on this moment. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Can we just wait until after the well
Yeah.
to decide?
That's fine. Just like, are you gonna murder somebody? Like, should I be ready to like?
Well, I mean, I don't want to, but if Sable, you know, tries to kill one of my friends, then I might have to kill her. And you know, I don't know. There was a lot of killing. I thought that I killed somebody, and then it turned out that I didn't. It's not the plan.
Okay. Yes.
Unless you want me to murder somebody.
No. Please don't. Not like, especially not in my case. Like, but probably the self-defense. How about that? Self-defense is not murder. First off, that's a good way to think about it, right? If she's trying to kill you and you kill back, but I don't know why we. Oh my god, it's like I'm just a mechanic. Yes. Let's wait until after the well thing. After all of this, it seems like you've been through a lot of stuff in the last week. I mean, I just heard a little bit of risky side of it, and that was wild in itself. So
we're trying to find some magic crystals. I think we might bring back the ocean. I think that's what Anne-Marie wants.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can be in that much water. But I think we're going to find out tomorrow. Be some
land. Trading sand for ocean seems just as bad, but I don't have the full story. But let's just wait, and you take all the time you need, parse through your feelings, magic, possible self-defense, jumping into wells like our well. Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Do you want to come with us?
No, absolutely, I do not. Absolutely, I do not. I will. I'll man the crank for you. How about that? I make sure you.
Okay.
That. I shouldn't be putting myself this close to the situation yet, huh? No. Well, here we are. Yeah. But you take the time you need to figure out everything. That's fine.
Can I just? And I'm gonna steal some snacks.
I wasn't gonna eat these anyway, and like hand some over.
Marion does not chew, just jaw drops open, throws. There's like a clinking sound, disappears. Marion doesn't need to eat.
I'm gonna head home. It was really nice seeing you. I'm glad you made it back safe. It sounds like it was wild.
Yeah. I'll come find you when we need to be cranked down the well tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, definitely do that. I'm not regretting offering that at all. No.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think Kelly probably makes it like 10 steps before Marion is like, wait, Caspia walked Rumble back. So Marion's gonna rush up. I can walk you home. That seems like a thing.
It's fine. I've got it. You focus on you.
I wish that there was a confused condition. Marion is very confused right now.
Someone needs to explain polyamory to Marion.
Truly.
Just real quick.
Truly.
Please,
I'm literally,
can someone?
that's literally where I'm like, can I just make a little polycule with both of my girlfriends? That'd be great. I think Marion I'm gonna give Marion guilty. It's more confused, but I know that this will eventually translate to guilt. And Marion is going to go back and sit next to Sable.
Just arms crossed. Wherever the rope was tied is still there, but it's only like 5 inches long, and she just cut it and left it in between the other two.
Sorry for abandoning you.
It's all right. I mean, it's definitely my place to be. It's yours, so. I do get like somewhere to sleep, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Marion will sleep on the floor in her space and give Sable the bed.
I think there's like that late night slumber party talk at one point in time where it's been like really dark and really quiet for like 20 minutes. And they're just like, you still awake?
Yeah. I don't technically need to sleep, but it's kind of fun. And sometimes I dream every once in a while. I had a really weird dream one time, but I think it was a dream. I don't actually know. Thoughts, images, words just kind of pop up.
That sounds like a dream.
I can pretend to go to sleep if that makes you feel better.
No, you do you. I was just gonna ask, do you know how did Anne-Marie fit in here? How did she get accepted?
I mean, she's been here longer than I have, but I don't know. She's really confident, and she's nice when you can stick around long enough to get past the shooting and stabbing. And she knows what she's doing. And to be honest, I think we all just kind of get swept up in whatever her goals are, and I think we're just happy to be along for the ride. And don't try and stab and shoot. I don't think people will wait around long enough to see if you're nice. I think they'll just stab and shoot you back.
Yeah, that's a little bit my concern.
But just, I mean, you can't do this, and I'm going to change my face to look like Anne-Marie. You can't do that. So I don't know how to help you fit in.
Yeah, no, it's just more. I know what she's done in her past, and if someone so similar to me can find a home here, I don't know, been swept up in the bullshit for so long, thinking I had to just fight and act tough to be accepted. But when I showed up at the Dust Reavers the first time, I quite literally had to fight my way in. They wouldn't even accept you if you didn't kill 4 people to get through the door.
Don't do that.
I'm thankful this is not that. I'm just saying it was a very different organization when we found it, but Anne-Marie was there too, and now
just
has turned.
Try to be helpful, and don't be an asshole. That second part comes out in Anne-Marie's voice.
I guess y'all already got one, huh?
I don't think Marion catches it. Just try to be hopeful.
I mean, I let you parade me around on a leash, so
It's not.
I'm
no,
really I
uh,
am putting my best fucking foot forward here.
I didn't mean to make you feel like that. I
get it.
I'm gonna dump all of the knives out. I imagine that there's probably like 7 or 8 of them now into a pile. You can have those back if you want.
You see like 3 more get thrown onto the pile.
Where do you keep putting those?
I learned to sew.
I have opens up a compartment. I have compartments and I can't hold that many knives.
See, the secret is you make a corset, but there's no bones no more. So what do you use? Daggers.
I can do that.
She gets it.
It's very protective too. It's real hard to shoot through a dagger.
Should get one of those for Rumble so Rumble doesn't get shot again.
Yeah.
Just try not to be an asshole. And I'll vouch for you as much as I can.
All right. I'll give my best foot forward. How was that? I will promise to try.
I think flirting works a lot here.
Oh,
I'm
thank
not
God.
great
I'm
at
very
it.
good at that. I've been reining it in because I wasn't sure like what people thought.
No,
But that is usually how I can manipulate a room. I mean,
don't
see eye to eye to folks and understand
okay,
what they truly
don't
want.
do that.
All right.
Maybe just ask people what they want and then flirt with them.
All right. For you, I will attempt to ask people what they're thinking and what they want. And
There's the
flirt with other people?
if you wanna. There's a lot of people here to flirt with.
I've had my eye, but
Did you see my friend Kelly? Kelly's really cool. You can flirt with Kelly.
I would gladly, but I think y'all need to figure out who you're flirting with first.
Oh, I'm not flirting with anybody.
You're not. Had me fooled.
I'm not good at it. There is this place, though, that we're not supposed to talk about that I think you would really
I
like.
know.
You've already been?
How about we say what places we're thinking of at the same time on 3, and we'll see if it's the same thing.
I like to think that this leads to a nighttime adventure.
Absolutely.
Shows Sable the reflecting pool. Does not understand it's a date. Doesn't catch on.
Yeah, shamelessly flirting the entire time too. Is knifeless left all 12, I think, that you found there.
Oh, Anne-Marie's
Really-
gonna grab some of those.
Emery
sneak into
sees
Marian's
them,
room?
yeah,
Pretty
sees
nice.
them leaving and then sneaks in and grabs them. It's like this whole heist. Like, that's a whole nother session, is the heist of Henry and Rolly stealing all of the knives that Sable's left in Marian's room. All right. Well, with that unintentional date, let's go ahead and take our break here, and then we'll come back and give y'all like 10 more minutes to think about what y'all want to do with these crystals. BRB, y'all. We're back from a perfectly normal break as the sun has set. The morning is upon us. Everyone awakens from their various places or are continuing to talk about murder or slept in the lawn chairs in front while talking about it. Up to y'all.
I also just want to address, I feel like I have to address, Ashton is not upset. I know Ashton looks so upset right now. Ashton is not upset. We're all okay.
Ashton's actually really upset, and she's upset at Layla, and that's why Layla's saying that.
That's right. I said that I don't support ugly, non-binary people of color, and it's been really hard on everyone.
Oh, Lordy. The matriarch wants to talk to you all. Are you showing
Well,
up?
I don't want to talk to her.
No,
You
I'll
don't
talk
have
to
to.
I'll talk to her. I want to talk to her.
Ashton, thank you for keeping it professional.
Yeah, unlike me.
And we gather in the makeshift RV that has become kind of the HQ for this area. And yeah, the matriarch is there by herself. Kind of gonna be crowded as is with all y'all, but assume the council will be informed on a need to know basis if decisions need to be made. But you come in, and sitting in the middle of the table is kind of that metal box that has the earth crystal inside of it. About that one too, I will say, is probably about the same size as the air crystal. They are like, large, pretty unmessed with, whereas the fire crystal is just like the tiny little palm-sized one that is left. But probably looks to Anne Marie. But we'll like Caspia too, as knows that they helped with a lot of the kind of research stuff. But we'll kind of look over to Anne Marie and then address the group and be like, so Anne Marie says that you all have a good bit of information on this. I think at this point your knowledge has far exceeded mine, as I only have a few old parchments of hearsay. What?
Right, and we are the only people that do know this information. We have not told a single soul, so don't even worry.
Marion pointedly looks at the ground.
Concerned. Okay. What is this what? I guess explain better. I mean, yes, we have this one here, and I've been looking at it, and you could probably see too that there are like various potted plants in the windowsill that have fully grown. There's like a jalapeno plant and like a little tomato like thing. Just like, it works very well, but I still can't comprehend exactly what it is, or that it exists, or what to do. And now there's, you say, 3 others.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think the more that you use them, the smaller they get, so they may run out. And I am extremely worried about testing the water one in case it doesn't have a lot of juice left in it.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
So we
Mainly,
think we have a crystal that's basically unable to be used?
No. I think that I assume it's like a piece of chalk, right? So you draw with the chalk, and eventually the chalk goes away.
Yes.
So if you use the crystal, eventually the crystal goes away.
Okay.
So we have to make the most of what we have of them. And I'm worried that if we put them all together and we try to bring, let's say, the ocean back. I don't know why I thought of that. That's just something that we could do. If we try to bring it back and it doesn't work and we don't get another chance, you know?
Okay. Do we have any more understanding? I mean, from what little bit I chatted with Risky yesterday, it said there were more of these places of power for these things. The Earth Crystal, the one you found, that there was others. Is there information there? Do we know what their purposes were, who created them, how we can use them safer?
Did Marion bring Sable? Like, is Sable here?
I mean, I would have dragged Sable, but I don't know if Sable would have
Probably
followed.
like standing outside the door. It's kind of like,
Okay. I would like to let Sable in. Quickly. Let's go. Let's go. We got things to talk about.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with a lot right now.
That's fine.
Okay, so this is Sable. I don't think you've met yet.
Heard tales.
Cool, yeah. So she tried to kill us, and she was using the fire crystal a lot, and I think has a pretty solid understanding of like maybe the like exact kind of how, maybe not exactly how, but like how you can use it, right?
Yeah. I mean, really, all we kind of gathered, because I used that one quite a bit. We had the air one at that ruin, which it all kind of like works on its own machinery. That one was a different case, but really it was just think hard enough about it and it happened. I'm not one that knows magic much, but I pictured jetting through a hot airstream in the sky and I could do it.
Okay. And the matriarch, is that what you did to grow plants? Did you just think about growing plants?
No, I planted a few seeds and then I sat the things literally a foot away from that crystal and they grew. That's why it's in a box. It seems to have a bit of a mind of its own. It just wants to create life.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Does the Earth crystal look smaller than it did when we brought it here? Like significantly?
No, not really.
Cool. Okay.
Sable's like, I mean, I will say along those lines of it just kind of doing its thing. This one kind of just did a thing too. It created heat and warmth, and I mean, we had to put it that air one, like it wouldn't stop fucking blowing. We had to throw it in a box. They seem to just work on their own, and then you can force it to do other things.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what the water one is doing. Wherever it may be. We'll never know.
I look at Anne-Marie very sharply and kind of quizzically, like, why are we keeping the matriarch from knowing where the water one is?
We talked about it. We don't want to put them all in the same place. I don't know. I'm scared. Okay, I'll say it. I'm scared. We have a chance to do something that I've always wanted to do, we have a chance to fully bring back the ocean. And I thought about that last night and I fully started crying. So I'm like I'm just worried that we might fuck something up and then ruin this chance. And I'll have to deal with like getting sand in my bed for the rest of time. Once you get sand in your bed, you can't get it out. Okay? Like you can try to wash the sheets. The sand is going to be in there.
What's wrong with
that
sand?
what-
If
they-
anything,
what
the
they
water
say about
just
you,
clumps the
really?
sand up, and then it's
Well, you're-
stuck to the sheets.
Well, but no, you can like wash yourself off. Like, okay, like if you're on the ocean, right? There's sand at the bottom of the ocean, but if you're in deep enough ocean, that sand's not going to hit you. So you can just like dip your body in the ocean off the side of the ship, and then if you don't get eaten by a shark, you can climb back up. You can lie in your bed, and yeah, it might be soggy, but guess what? There's no sand in there. And isn't
Okay.
that more preferable than sand being in your bed and bothering you all night?
I think, Anne-Marie, your concerns are understandable. And I think I'm just going to turn to the matriarch and just explain not where the water crystal is, because I guess Anne-Marie doesn't want to tell her, but I will explain what we know about the location where we can bring all the crystals and the ghost we met and the stuff with the guardians. I'll just like explain all of that to the matriarch to be like, this is what we think the thing is, they can all be combined, and then say, but the ghost that we talked to thought that what he had originally been planning to do might not work because the fire crystal is so small. So we could try to bring them all there to rebuild the world, but it may not work because of the fire crystal.
Oh. Okay. I think you like the entire time you're just telling her everything, it's like, what the fuck? You know, there's like the brain kind of shorts out thing, but there's a little like angry kind of head nod about like the guardians and hiding it all and how it all went down. She's like, there's clearly some sort of like distrust or beef that is research, or you know, that you kind of got the vibe of previously. And she's like, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of. So you're saying if we want a livable world again, we have one shot, maybe?
Basically. Probably. Or we just focus on, I don't know, one of them. I don't know, maybe the water one, and we just use that one a lot.
I don't think
just
using
saying,
the water one a lot is going to bring the oceans back.
I'm
if the
just-
fire
I'm just-
one is
I'm
anything to go by.
Well, I'm just saying maybe we want more ocean than we had.
Well, I mean, if you just think about what you want when you use them, couldn't you do the same with
Yeah.
that in the thing? You just think about
So-
wanting water real bad?
Yeah. So how about, okay, so how about this? So how about we do this? We all go and we bring all of the crystals together in that location, right? But I am still a little bit nervous about putting them all in the same place. I think we have planes, we have cars, we have trains and automobiles. And I think that if we, just each of us take a crystal and go, there's less of a chance that if we get ambushed, you know, all of the crystals get taken by one person.
I think that's a good idea.
That feels safe, right? I mean, I could just take one. I don't know. I'll take the water one. I'll just take the water one. And I'll take.
And I'll ride with you with the water one.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just like have it. So, have you ever been in a plane? Do you get sick in planes?
I've been thrown from one once, and I didn't get
That's
sick
fun.
then.
That's
I
fun.
did break a leg.
Hey, only one leg. That's good.
It was very low flying plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't have happened if you landed in water.
I like this idea. I don't know if it feels like there's an elephant in the room for me, so I'm just going to say this. We are taking a lot of agency on what the future of either this world or humanity looks like. If what you're saying with the previous guardians and their dissonance within their own organization, I say we just do it. Bringing in other outposts and other leaders and talking, we're going to stalemate until that fire crystal burns itself away. But I'm not going to do anything that this room of trust does not want. But my vote is might as well fucking try.
Sick. I'm with mom. I mean, the matriarch, sorry.
Winks at you.
Yes.
No expression.
It's a very Caspia wink.
That's where I learned it from.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we should do it.
When the matriarch says room of trust, I kind of nudge Sable and smile. Kind of nod, give her a thumbs up.
She's trying to like not show any expression, but it's just like
I would love to carry the earth crystal.
of course.
I'm gonna run over and grab it. I'm gonna hold it.
Like a football.
Have we seen any of these kind of ship off? Any
Seen them
parts of the
ship off?
crystals? Yeah.
Not really. I mean, you can tell like this one, you can tell all of them have like sheer kind of edges that probably like once it reaches a bit of a limit, a part of it might like kind of break off, and that's why you've got just such a little fire one left. But you know, this one has some chips for sure, but it is not actively.
Can I try to pry off like one of those little chipped parts?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck are you doing?
Is it easy to do that part?
You're gonna shatter this thing.
I know. Can I do it without shattering?
What the fuck
Without
are you
ruining
doing?
the fate of the world.
I was worried about me. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so there's this like little sheer kind of bit to it, very much like a little like sandstone shale where it's just like very thin kind of pieces in areas that there's like a little bit left that, you know, you're able to kind of stick just like the edge of your like pinky nail, whatever metal version you have there, and are able to kind of pull on it. And like when you do, you see that it like almost looks like it's trying to pull itself back in, or like it's, you know, the breaking isn't sheer like it looks like it should be. Instead, when you pull and break it, you see like these little vines that kind of like retreat back in as you kind of pull off that little bit of it, like little tiny vines.
I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, God. This is... What happened, Sailor?
Yeah, Taylor, did you have this prepped? Was this prepped and ready to
Absolutely.
go?
I have so much for when I actually have scenarios for each of you eating a different crystal part ready.
Oh my god, I
type
eat the
up.
water crystal.
Let me pull up my notes real quick.
Kian, that's some big booba energy.
Okay, now we have to wait for Ashton to be back. So let's take a 5, everyone. We'll be back soon.
It's like having like the nuclear codes.
It really is. That's exactly what it is.
You know you shouldn't use them, but it's just so tempting.
It's funny because out of everything, there really is big booba energy.
What did do? What is the show about?
What they do? They sting.
They eat parts of crystals.
They eat crystals. Take over the world. All this is happening while the image that Blair put of the all black screen with just his head is just staring at me from my other screen too, and I hate it. Anyway,
Never escape what's done.
you all watch as Marion cracks off a piece of this crystal that just kind of like heals itself with vines, looks at it, and just like jaw unhinges, thrown in, closes back.
I like reach out, but it's too late.
I feel like we all kind of do that, like, ah! Just at the same time.
Very like Mean Girls. Katie breaking the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marion, what are you thinking about as you do this?
I I am thinking about the shattered other mask units and wondering if this brought them to life, brought me to life, and kind of just thinking like Marion is kind of no thoughts head empty about a lot of things. But like the logic for them is like, this thing brought me to life. This thing is powerful. If I'm powerful, I can help my friends. So I'm just going to eat it. That's where they go with it.
I can't believe Marion is about to become a god. That wasn't on my bingo card for
Wild.
this.
I was thinking this is a very Pinocchio moment, and I love
Taylor,
it.
look at what you did to Ashton. Like, are we just supposed to ignore her hyperventilating in her room?
I was thinking about how becoming a god is also really big booba energy.
I'm not gonna watch the show. I'm not gonna try to understand. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I've never seen it.
If you promo this episode with anything other than big booba energy, you've committed a hate crime against Ashton.
Oh, make sure Jeet knows.
Hashtag big booba energy.
Anne Marie's really having some booba energy tonight. Big booba energy. Anyway, you're thinking about this as you just chuck this piece of crystal into your mouth. Everyone just eyes open, like jaw slack, just like, what the hell is going on? And you are thinking this like, I want to be, stronger. I want to be able to help more. This has something to do with all of this. And you feel like almost like a little bubble, like a little tickle in your stomach. Something that for us would feel like anticipation or nerves, or kind of that just like little buzz that kind of sets in real deep in the pit of your stomach sometimes, and that kind of just courses out where you feel like all of you're just like a little tingly, all of your body, as everyone else can see, as the cracks that are along Marion's face, these like vines start to take it over, these really thin, small, like almost like not like any sort, like not a leafy vine, just like little kind of tendrils, and almost reform that face plate piece. And you watch as like their eyes go from just because they're kind of just like dark, kind of glowing bit right there, they seem to get a little bit of just a little sparkle in them, a little life in them. Marion, here is some inspiration or some hoping that we have a second season. Go ahead and raise your spirit by 1.
Ooh.
As there's something that introduction, you didn't really realize that anything necessarily was wrong, but you feel better. It's kind of like you've had allergies and then all of a sudden you finally get an allergy shot and you're like, oh my God, I forgot that I could breathe. Like just that, like all of a sudden a change, you just can't really like pinpoint what exactly it is.
Cradling the rest of the crystal, I look to the group. I'm ready to go whenever y'all are.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Why did you do that? I mean, it was great. I think it was a moment, and I feel like you've changed, but why?
It just kind of seemed like the right thing to do. I don't know.
Sometimes I eat things just because they seem like I should eat them too, so I get it.
And the crystal still seems fine. It's not, I mean, it's a little broken because I broke it, but it's mostly okay. So I don't know if I would recommend anybody else eating it.
I mean, personally, if I was going to eat a crystal, I'd probably eat a different one than the one you ate.
Yeah.
It was a little sharp going down even for me, so just be careful.
Yeah, let's not eat crystals.
I don't know. I could put it into like a smoothie or something. I don't know.
Okay, well let's not right now. So we're gonna have Marion's taking the earth one. I guess I'll take the water one. Who is taking the other ones?
I want to take Anne-Marie, like, like your hand in mine and like pull you very close and say, please do not eat the water crystal. Please.
I'm not.
Do not eat the water crystal.
You can honestly trust that I will not eat the water crystal because I am so fearful of it getting any smaller that I could not even bear. No matter what amazing gift it would give me, maybe I'd have the powers of Aquaman and maybe I could eat someone out in a hot tub.
Don't start thinking about it, because then I think the more you think about it, the more likely you are to start.
Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying if it would give me the powers of Aquaman.
Anne-Marie, I don't think you need a crystal to eat someone out in a hot tub. I actually think you could do it all.
I could. I'm just saying, like, I think it would help.
I was about to say, Anne-Marie, I think you could eat someone out in a hot tub better than Aquaman.
That's saying a lot, but he can't breathe underwater and control fish. So so I'll take the water one, and who wants to take the other ones? Anyone?
Wait, but should you?
Which ones are left? Because one's been eaten.
And fire.
Well, it hasn't been fully eaten. One's gone, one's eaten.
I'll take the fire one.
Are you gonna eat it? Because you said if you
no,
were gonna
I'm
eat
not
one,
gonna. I'm not gonna eat it.
She has to ask everyone.
It's
only fair.
I wouldn't ask everyone, but I did ask the two people that I would ask.
Listen, I said sometimes I just eat things. And I could eat a rock right now if I wanted to. I pick up a rock and I eat the rock. See? Easy. Yummy, crunchy. We love it. Texture.
That's why your mouth tasted like that.
But hey, listen, you got to get your B12 somehow. Might as well get it from me. Yeah, so I will hold the fire crystal close to my heart, but not in my lungs or stomach.
Your lungs.
When you eat things, sometimes they go in your lungs.
We're gonna
If I
snort
do it the
fire
wrong
crystal.
way sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Don't do it.
Now snorting the crystal, that's a whole
Listen, I was just planning on holding it in between my two tongues.
I don't think you should do that, to be honest. I think you should just hold it in between your two hands.
You're no fun, but also right. Okay. So I take the fire crystal and I stick it in between my two hands. I'm like, ooh, it's warm.
I'll take the air crystal unless, Rumble, you want to take it.
Do we get like a bonus, like a boost from it?
If you eat it.
if you like
I was
put it
thinking
in the
more for my
exhaust
car, but
If you put it in the exhaust pipe and then you cover the exhaust pipe with duct tape and then you punch a little hole.
Exhaust pipe. I'm gonna put banana in the exhaust pipe.
Did I say exhaust pipe?
No, but
No.
the
Okay.
voices in my head told me to say it.
Okay. If you duct tape it and then put a little hole, it's like the car's farting and it'll go.
Oh.
no, I
Yeah,
already have a button for that on my
Listen, if
dash. I
what
don't
we
need-
need is gas.
Makes sense.
You can hang it
Nice.
off of the back. You can hang it off the back of your car and it could be like truck nuts.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fuck this whole like trying to save the planet. I'd rather have that.
Truck
if
rocks.
you hear me
I
out,
love that your truck only has one nut. Like it got half a vasectomy.
Yeah, some
You know,
people.
Hear me out.
Accidents happen.
we put a mast on your car. We put a giant white sheet. Then we put someone in the top, and then we have them just hold the air crystal, and we pull it. We put it against the thing, and
Oh,
then
that's
it'll just
cool.
propel you like a ship.
But then I'm also in the car driving.
Well, you have someone else on top doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like
Would
double.
that be good
boost.
for your wheels if you're driving and being blown?
Listen, it's happened to me.
Listen, sometimes
in a
we
plane.
like driving and
Yeah.
being blown.
It's great. Not in a car. I mean, I can't do it in the
On a
car.
ship, yeah.
I've
Ships.
assisted someone with driving and being blown once.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume here. Me and Anne Marie are going to fly with a water crystal.
You got it.
Earth crystal with Marion in another plane. I assume you're stowaway here. Points to Sable. How about this? This feels better for me since we're talking about eating things, and I've watched Rolly eat a rock. How about Rolly and Caspia ride together with the fire crystal? And then we'll leave the air with Rumble. That sounds very comforting for me to know that this is the arrangement.
Whatever you say.
Cool, but we do need to grab that water crystal on our way. So do we want to kind of send? Listen, I have a plane. So if the people in the car and on the animal want to get a head start, and then the people in planes really quick run down there, grab that water crystal. I don't think there's going to be any monsters down there, probably. I don't know. Maybe another ghost?
Anne Marie,
There are
I
a
wanna-
lot of ghosts here. We are at what used to be the bottom of the ocean, and as we all know, the
motherfucker.
ocean was very
Oh,
haunted.
Fuck. It was so fucking haunted.
Anne Marie, I just want to say this. This is coming from, being your teammate. This is from a place of support, love, and respect. I don't think I trust you with that crystal.
That is an interesting thing that you've just said to me, and
That was kind
I
of
do-
hurtful.
I do understand where you're coming from, and I'm going to take your note and I'm going to digest it.
But not the crystal.
I will not digest the crystal. I'm taking your note. I'm going to think on that. I'll think on that while I'm getting it, while I'm getting the crystal. And I'll think on it on the ride over when I'm holding the crystal.
Because I want you to have an ocean. I do. I want
Thank
that
you.
for you. I want you to claim it, and I want you to control it and do whatever you want with that ocean. But you got to understand, I race on sand.
Mhm.
So we're kind of opposites here.
Mhm. Have you ever thought about racing boats?
Gotta say, I really haven't. Ever.
Okay, well, that's something that we can talk about.
This conversation is making me less okay with.
We don't know exactly how much of. Okay, so the fire crystal is very small, right?
Mhm.
So we don't know how big the water crystal is. Let's say the water crystal is just like fucking giant, like this big. Let's say that it's that big. When we put them all together, we don't know. Like the whole world might just become like 90% ocean, and I can't do anything about that.
Didn't somebody already just say that where we are right now used to be ocean?
Yes.
Should we not evacuate our.
I don't think it'll happen immediately.
Oh.
Why don't we just go down the well and see how big the water crystal is?
Hold on.
Marion, I love you so much. I love you so much. You are
Kelly said
invaluable.
that she would crank the elevator.
Oh my
down
god, you are an
knows?
invaluable member of
Do
this
this.
crew, but oh my goodness.
So okay, hold on. Oh, I'm conflicted, but my opinions still stand. But for this to work, we're taking away the water supply from our entire town.
To make more water
If it
for
works.
many towns.
What if we just split the crystal in half?
Oh.
Or what if we send everyone away to do something else, and then we just bring the other crystals to the water crystal and hope.
Well, it has to be in the
That place
in the
we were at.
temple. doesn't it?
Oh, then.
Oh, I think, Blair, you were not there for that episode, maybe.
Oh, then that's why. What? We had to wait? I've been listening the whole time.
Yeah, there's like a temple we went to, and there was a guy there who was a ghost, and it was like the place we could bring the crystals to.
Ah, I see.
I think
I
Caspia.
think if we have the opportunity to give everyone water rather than just us water, we have to try. Otherwise, what kind of humans are we being? Or what kind of people? Sorry, not all of us are human people. What kind of people? I say as a full lizard. What kind of people?
What kind of human beings descended from primates?
Yeah, clearly from primates over here. Would we be if we just like tried to keep it for ourselves? And here's the thing, if we keep it here for ourselves, right? Eventually some people are going to try to steal it. And those people might have like really bad intentions with it. They might want there to never be water ever. Right?
Sable's just standing next to Rolly, like we did try to do that. I didn't know that one was here though.
So I just think
what we found from visiting these different places that had these crystals is that the crystals individually are not as helpful to the world as they are all together. And that separating them and treating them as separate things and using them for separate things and for their own purposes is very finite. Whereas if we combine them all then we can make something sustainable for everyone.
It's like the opposite of Endgame, the Marvels movie that we definitely all know for sure.
We have Aquaman and the Marvel Endgame movie. Those are the only 2 DVDs that have lasted into this point.
But it's like, that guy had to get all the crystals so he could depopulate the planet. But we're trying to unite all the crystals so we can have more population.
Gather what you need. I'm going to make sure we get enough reserves of water pulled out of the well before that point, so that everyone has some water for at least a bit.
Great. Yeah, just tell me when to go down there. I'm going to go down there.
I wish someone would say that to me.
So yeah, they'll kind of like head off and get some water ready to go for everybody. Yeah, is this the plan? We're gonna grab everything and like GTFO.
Okay. Do we want to tell everyone to do we want to tell everyone to like get on the top of the like, what is it, mesa? It's not the right word.
Yeah,
It's a mesa at this point.
Okay, yeah.
What was normally elevation 0 land.
Yeah. If we just tell everyone to just kind of like hole up there, we'll say like if there's a festival.
Everybody go hole up there. There's a festival.
New karaoke night is going to be at the top.
Don't leave.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
And we just say
mandatory
like,
that you be there.
yeah. And we just have them all up there. And maybe we have Kelly kind of knows what's going on, so Kelly can kind of like make sure everyone stays up there. And we just in case.
If this used to be the ocean, even if they go up to the highest point, they're still gonna be miles and miles underwater.
I'm just
this is
thinking,
how it works.
Listen, I think we want to do this fast.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to have the time and the resources to get everyone in this area into a safe location where there wasn't once ocean. I think this is our best bet. And if they have to go out at a kick-ass festival, I think that's a sacrifice we have to make.
Well, and maybe it's like a faucet, right? Like maybe we'll have the crystal and it's just kind of like pour. Oh, okay, we're done. So we don't.
We'll send like ocean. Like boats up there. Well, we won't, not boats, but we'll send things that float.
Yeah, like doors and
doors for only one person to be on. Yeah. Everyone
but
gets a door.
Huge doors.
Huge doors
just
for
one
only
person.
one person.
Yeah.
Let's just like freeze the water too. We'll just
make Let's make it really cold. There's not a lot of the fire crystal yet, so it might be very, very cold water.
Yeah. I think that's our best bet.
Anne-Marie, I say this as a team member.
People keep saying that to me, and it's very stressful.
Marion starts to repeat what Rumble said. As a team member who cares about you a lot, maybe you're going to think too hard about water, and so you shouldn't have the water crystal until we get out of the city.
Well, we really don't want you to wet the bed on this.
Yeah.
Lovingly. Sorry.
Sometimes being wet is good.
Especially in bed.
Sometimes that's, yeah, exactly.
I want the opposite of water because I don't know if I can survive in that. So you can take the earth crystal and I'll take the water crystal. And I promise I won't eat it. I'll give it to you as soon as we're out of the city. But then that way, if the water starts out in the middle of the desert, it's not as bad for the people that are here.
Yeah. How about, okay, why don't we take a vote? We'll take a group vote. Who thinks that I should have the water crystal?
Marion is inching toward the door.
Anyone?
No one is raising their hand.
I raise my hand, but it's because I'm in love with. It's because I'm in love with
Anne-Marie. That's two for.
I think Anne-Marie should do whatever she wants.
That's 2 for me. with the water crystal. Anyone? Going once.
No, okay.
Going
Well, then you have to
twice.
do the other vote.
Okay, who thinks that Mary should take the earth crystal?
You're not even. You aren't. Okay.
That's one for Mary. Oh, we got 3 for me so far.
Oh, sorry, wait.
4 for me. 4 for
That's
me.
not okay. Who thinks that Marion should take the water crystal? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Marion.
I got real confused on what was happening. But I'm gonna raise my hand because I can't swim. So
It's 4 for 4. Oh gosh, it's a tie.
It's not a
how
tie.
do we-
Because Matriarch also raised her hand.
Fine.
I raised my tongue.
That counts.
That was for the last
Doesn't
one.
count.
That was for the other one. And I have 2 of them.
then
We're
how
tied.
who's going to get this crystal out of it? Is it Marion?
With Kelly.
Can I at least see it?
Kelly's help.
Yeah.
Can I go down there and see it? Like,
Of
I just want to
course.
be there.
Just don't think too hard about water.
I won't touch it. I just want to see it. I want to be there.
The plants grew without. I don't know if I can be in water, and I don't know if I can swim.
Okay,
Then
well,
you
don't
shouldn't.
go in the
Okay.
well.
I'm not going to think about water. There's a
I'll
crank.
get it out of the water.
There's a crank. I've read about swimming. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Just a beautiful
Maybe-
butterfly stroke out of nowhere.
Maybe I'll go down and get the water crystal, and then I'll give it to Marion. So Marion,
Okay.
you don't have to risk going down into a well. when
Okay,
you don't know
I'll
if
go
you
with
can
Caspia
swim.
just so I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I want to go. Now I'm gonna feel left out.
You can wait at the top because the anticipation you'll probably like that.
I'm usually more on the bottom anyways, but okay.
She's right.
All right. So we've got Caspia, Anne Marie, and Marion going in the well.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll head over. Grab Kelly on the way since they said they would lend their muscle to Crinkle down there.
Oh, I forgot they were buff. Oh, fuck.
Kelly's
Yeah.
hot.
Kelly's
Dude,
hot,
that makes it
dude.
so much harder for you. I'm so
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Both of my girlfriends are really hot.
Oh, fuck.
Okay,
That's why I was like, just get them to date
have
each
a moment where
other.
I get to pull Marion to the side out of earshot of everybody.
Absolutely.
That's why you stay up. You stay up to talk to Marion.
I'm gonna stay up. I would like me and Marion to have a conversation at the top after everyone goes down, please. I just want to make that known that I'd like for that to
I
happen.
love it.
I'll stay at the top, but I won't be in the conversation unless you want me to. Unless you
You
want
could just-
Rumble in there too, then
I mean, I
you
think
could
it would be
distract-
funny. So you can,
sure. All right.
All right. Easy enough. Kelly's there looking hot, looking ripped. Just like one hand cranks the like little bucket down that you have to kind of hold on to the rope because it's not made for people to go down there. But as the two of you descend down, it starts to get a little darker, a little darker, a little darker. And then you can start to hear the babbling of water as you are drop pretty far down before then you can feel your feet kind of get wet and you'll have to hop down and kind of duck underwater for a moment, but only just a moment, as this is kind of just like a small kind of cave opening here where you can kind of go under the water for a second and get back into another air pocket. The water's probably only about 7 feet deep, and it's kind of in this like what are they called? Cenotes, where it's like the big hole and then the little pool in the bottom. And
Oh my gosh. If I die, throw my ashes in here.
it is quite beautiful. But you can kind of like hear the bubbling, and you see that there's like this small little cascading waterfall of just trickling, like very much that very light kind of like a spring out of the side of a wall or a cliff, kind of trickling down. But you see a blue glow fixed back into the edge of like a little crevice, so that's like kind of cracked there. You can kind of go over, bring your way up a little bit. Who's going first? Who's climbing up there? I guess
I would try, but I don't think I would succeed. I think that everyone else who is there would try to, which is I think only Caspia actually.
It's just me.
But Caspia would definitely yank me away. So
I don't think I yank you away, but if you try to go for it, I just kind of put my hand on your shoulder and say, if you let me get it, I'll let you hold it for a second before we go back up.
fucking get it. Fucking grab it. Do not hold back.
I go and get it.
All right. Yeah, you are able to kind of climb up, balance yourself to where you can reach and grab it. And with this glow, you can see that this is like a pretty large crack. It seems like just,
Nice.
general erosion. And you can see that there is like more room up there that looks very similar to what you've seen with like the other kind of temples. That you can see some carvings and stuff, but it's very dark, very, very musty in comparison to a lot of the other ones, as there's actual like moisture here. But you are able to easily grab it. And as soon as you do, that trickling kind of slows, but the pool of water stays.
I hand it to Anne-Marie to hold for a second before we go back up.
Yes.
What you thinking about, Anne-Marie?
I am thinking about the possibility of there being an ocean. I have to be honest. I am thinking about the fact that, but let me be clear. The fact that if I hold back, that there is the possibility of getting the ocean. It's not like I'm thinking like I want the ocean at this
Right.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Still, you grab it and kind of hold it. And this one, it's still like pretty big, as it hasn't actively really been in use. It's been kind of passively in use, but it, two hands, but it is like perfectly smooth and round, very much like a little like river stone. And as you hand it to Anne-Marie, like you notice pretty quickly a lot more moisture is forming. It looks a little condensated. It's dripping a little bit.
I let Anne-Marie hold it for just like a second, and then I kind of gently take it back.
Okay, if we just waited like 2 seconds, I bet this whole place would fill with water, and then we could just swim out and not have everyone have to pull us back up.
That's true, but don't you want to see Kelly use her muscles?
Oh, you're so fucking right. Oh my god. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. Okay, let's hold it. Just hold it. Just hold it. Just
while this is happening, I would like to have pulled Marion aside, just out of hearing distance of Kelly and Sable. Like, hey Marion, can I talk to you for a second over here, over on the other side?
Of course. Cradling my baby of a earthstone.
Yeah, incredible. First of all, huge chompers on you. Good on you for that one. Second of all, I can't help but notice there's like, I don't know, there was this thing between you and Kelly, but also it kind of feels like there's this tension between you and Sable going on here. Would you say that that's like an accurate reading of the situation?
Based on what I have learned from all of you, I have taken them both on dates, but one person tried to kill me, not on the date. But I have conflicted feelings about that. And then I didn't think that Kelly was actually going to wait for anything, so I didn't plan on that.
Yeah, it was one of those things where maybe you have a little bit of low self-esteem, and so you didn't imagine that someone cared enough Not to call you out too harshly, but it kind of feels like
Yeah, wait, Layla, who are you sniping here? Marion or Kian? I need us to scale that back.
Listen, whatever you relate to in your character bleed is on you, right? Like that's on you. That's not on me. I'm just being smart and wise. So it kind of just feels like, you didn't expect that, which I get. I totally get. Not your fault. You've never done the dating thing before.
Well, I
so
had
people's
also
feelings.
recommended a friend for Kelly to go to the party with, and
Yeah,
Kelly
and we
didn't.
all strongly did not agree with you doing that.
Apparently Kelly didn't either, so.
Yeah, it was kind of a dick move. I know you didn't mean it that way, but to be like, hey, I'm going for a while. Why don't you just go fuck this other person? Like, is not the best
I was
thing.
not.
I know that's not what you meant, but like, not the best move personally. Like, it's like when someone breaks up with you and they're like, don't worry, you'll find someone. Like, it doesn't make you feel good. It's like, dude, but that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that. You've done a really good job with the little information you had, and we're all very proud of you, and we're so excited for these connections you've been forming.
Earlier, whenever we would tell Anne Marie, I'm telling you this as a team member who cares about you, this is kind of feeling the same. So I'm a little worried.
And I really mean it as a team member who cares about you. I'm just noticing that you're struggling a little bit with like this. But I'm not saying this isn't necessarily an option because it takes the consent, communication, and understanding of all parties. But it would be possible if everyone was chill and cool with it, and you felt like you had the emotional capacity to handle it, you could date both of them.
But I tried to tell Kelly to date someone else, and you said that was a dick move.
Yeah, because telling someone to date someone else is a dick move. Saying if you would like to also date someone else is different. So
does Kelly have to date Sable?
No, that does not have to happen. So essentially, there are multiple different ways this could go down, and it's a conversation between the three of you, and that's a conversation between the three of you. But if Kelly wanted to date Sable, Cable could also date Sable, or, you could like date both of them and then they could have other partners, or one of them could be your primary partner and like another person could be another person you date. There's a lot of different things that can happen in this situation. I'm just letting you know that if it is a conversation that you could have with both Kelly and Sable, if you like both of them and they're both interested in you, to talk about what it might look like and what everyone might be comfortable with if you dated both of them.
I feel I have missed a fundamental element of this.
No, I get it. You've done a lot of dating advice, and so far that dating advice has centered around you only dating one person.
But how do I know that they want to date me?
Oh, well, you'd have to ask. But you have taken them both out on dates. So it's kind of like regular dating, right? Where like you go out with someone and maybe you ask them out on another date, and like you can ask if you want to be dating. And then if you do that with both of them, if maybe you could start casual at first, like if you wanted to. But if either of them like wanted something more serious, you could be like, well, and you wanted to be serious with both of them. But that's a conversation you'd have to have with them, about how they feel about you. Here's a question, but honestly, what you want is most important at the end. So like if you don't want to date both of them or either of them, that's also an option, right? It's about what you want. This is the hard part right here, Marion. There's not a right answer.
I would like for all three of us to go to the reflecting pool.
And that is something that you could absolutely ask them about.
I like to think, Kian, as a player, that somebody is watching this and it's just like, holy shit, polyamory? I'm so excited for that person. Whenever this goes up, I'm so excited for somebody to just be like, oh, fuck, this is something I can do.
I can take both my crushes to the reflecting pool.
Like, you can, as long as we're all consenting adults, friends.
As long as you're all consenting and you're really communicative about how you're feeling and you're very considerate about everyone's feelings at all times, like, I think that it's the right. I think that you shouldn't be afraid to ask for what would make you happy. And other people should not, and I don't think will be afraid to tell you that wouldn't make me happy, so I'm going to opt out. Right? It's about trust. We all of us trusting each other to be, to be strong and brave and honest.
Is this Layla speaking to the hypothetical audience or Rolly speaking to Marion? I have lost the thread. I think Marion is just
You know
nodding.
what? I think if you did that, it would be big booba energy.
Marion just I don't know what a booba is, but okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's really old media.
I will Marion goes to stand by Sable very awkwardly, does not strike up a conversation, but just goes to stand near Sable and thinks really, really hard about striking up a conversation.
Really
I think
goes.
this whole time too, there's been a really
I've done
awkward.
my work. I've done my work. I've done all I can in this situation.
There's been like probably a relatively awkward conversation happening between like Sable and Kelly this whole time too. That like rumble, you're just like a bystander just watching. They're like, "So you like grew up here or something?" Yeah. I have lived here my whole life. That's cool. You were a murderer. Yeah. I have done that. And it's just like super fucking weird as they're just like waiting.
I think Rumble at some point, like when it gets like to peak awkwardness, she's gonna lean over and be like, "You know, you don't have to talk to each other, right?"
Both of them at the same time, like, I'm sorry. I feel like.
Anyway, so
like,
what kind of
I feel
music
silent.
does everyone like? Because that was one of the most awkward things I've ever seen anyone say.
And there's like a pool on the string, and Kelly's like, "Oh, thank God!" And just all of you watch just buff, like just two hands, just pulling them out of the freaking well, with the pulley taking up the extra slack. And yeah, you have the water crystal. You have everything you need. Are y'all ready to attempt some shit? Okay.
Emery is crying because it's so beautiful to have the water crystal.
Everyone's a little
I just
concerned
said that,
Emery
and I'm
ate
just
it because of
assuming
the
that all
water.
The Bubas are in a polyamorous relationship.
They definitely are. They definitely are. Okay. Let's fast forward it a bit because we've had a lot of like tangents that have been beautiful. Let's just make this travel real quick.
One more person in the polycule, and you'll have a full set for boobas for Halloween.
That's nice.
Cute costume, yeah.
That's really nice.
Eventually, I'm going to have to explain to Marion what polysaturation is, and that's going to be a whole thing, too.
It'll be a learning experience. Okay. We've decided how we're all separating out. There have been a lot of people who have been told about what is happening or have been a part, or you might need extra hands. Who other than this little trust of you plus the matriarch plus Sable would you like
And Kelly.
to have tag along? And Kelly. Okay, Kelly's
Oh, well,
going.
Kelly's staying. Kelly's staying
Okay.
because we're going to have her, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on the top of the...
Oh, yeah.
The festival.
The festival.
Yeah, I was...
The mandatory
Beautiful.
festival.
Yeah.
Fire Festival.
I
That's what it's
think-
called.
I think Rumble would ask Risky, like leave it up to Risky to see if she would rather come with us or like help people get out of town.
I nearly died for these things. I'm going to see what kind of big bang they make. For sure.
All right. Well, you get to hold the crystal while I drive.
Yes.
Don't think about
The
anything.
air just.
Oh, god damn it.
I was hot. All right. So it will be Caspia. It'll be Rumble. It'll be Anne Marie. It'll be Marion. It'll be Roly. It'll be Sable. It'll be the matriarch, and it'll be Rumble. Risky. Oh, you're ours. Sound good? The preparations for Fire Festival begin as y'all leave your various areas. And by that, the matriarch has told everyone, if this works, you're in a floodplain, get the fuck up. So there's a general idea that something may happen. And the town is very quickly kind of gathering things and moving up to higher ground where need be, and very, very hopeful faces amongst everybody. You head off. Takes a few days again of a journey now that the portal that y'all did take previously was smashed. But eventually make your way back to this elemental temple area and in through the doorways that you now know how to enter. And Caspia, this time the doors open for you without need of help from the ghosts, as you have all 4 of these crystals within possession here. For Rumble, for Risky, for the matriarch, for Sable, big wide eyes. Everyone else kind of saw this this area, but basically you have walked down the staircase in one of these spires to a door that is covered in different iconography, all with the well, at this point, just the Guardians, but very similar to the Sandswept Guardians, the order that Caspia is a part of. There's another door that has kind of 4 statues on either side. They all glow with different colors, coordinating with these crystals as the door opens into another large room that has a pedestal kind of in each quadrant. One clearly with fire carved into the stone behind it, one with waves, one with vines, and one with clouds. It's quiet.
Are we just putting the crystals there, or are we all waiting?
Was this where our ghost friend was supposed to be?
This is where he was. You have not seen him yet, but
Okay.
This is where he kind of brought you.
Okay.
Sir? Sir? All right, well, I guess it's up to us.
I will go and place the earth crystal.
Okay.
I'll place-
placing yours?
I'll place, whatever one I had.
I'll place the fire crystal.
Okay. Are y'all trusting Anne Marie to place the water crystal, or y'all letting her put that one down? I'm not saying this is a GM leading. I just, y'all were very adamant about her not having it. So I just wanted to make sure, does she have it now or not?
Let's let Anne Marie have the crystal to place in the stone. Let's let her have that character growth moment.
As soon as it's like, I feel like you guys do it right there so that I have only like a few seconds. Those few seconds are just thinking about, oh, here we go. This is the ocean.
Water just pouring from it.
I'm sorry.
So thirsty. All right.
Thirsty
And
Sword
who's
Lesbians.
putting our air crystal in?
I'll drop
Risky's
it.
just kind of holding it. It's like, I don't want to do it.
I got it. Take it.
Each of you notice as you place down the various crystals that there is a light that seems to emanate from them and run down the pedestal and light up the filigree and the different decorations behind it. Rolly, what are you thinking about when you place down the fire crystal? And it all burst of heat, light goes traveling across your section of the room. Those for Rolly, right? Rolly, you were doing the
Layla.
Well,
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to unmute because my brain exploded. Can
Valid.
repeat?
what are you thinking of as you put the fire crystal in its pedestal?
I'm thinking about how fire often brings new life. Like when a forest burns, but the bacteria grows new life in its wake, and how the fire, kept me and Anne Marie warm that time we were making out, and just like all of the good warmth and growth and life that fire brings to the world.
Yeah, we've all seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh my God, we have.
That's the other VH. It's the only VHS you have. The Shark Boy and Lava Girl, like one VHS player.
And it's a 3D one, but we don't have the glasses.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the way it was meant to be watched.
Rumble, what are you thinking about as you place the air crystal down?
I think Rumble is just kind of like thinking about the, and I'm good with just Sunshades Embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think just thinking about home and thinking about the Dust Bowl, and just literally like the thought goes through her mind of doing all this better not fuck up our home. And yeah, I think just thinking that. But also like she wants her friends to get what they want to. So there's like a little bit of that, but is very much like, don't destroy everything. So yeah.
Anne-Marie, what you thinking about as you finally have this crystal and you place it on the pedestal?
Yeah, it is very much just I want desperately to be a pirate again, to be like a real pirate on a boat. And I think there's, for like half a second, she goes Waterworld and then like pushes it down. there's one little second. And then she goes, but it would be nice to have water near Sunshade's Embrace, not on Sunshade's Embrace. Like enough where, I don't know, maybe my boat could be nearby. That would be ideal. But it's like she has this like full image of her future as like a pirate again.
And then Marion, what do you think about as you place down this earth crystal, watching all of the lights across the room light up?
I am thinking about all of my friends, the crew, Kelly and Sable, not the matriarch. I, Kian, have always been sus of the matriarch, like since the very beginning. So Marion, by default, is also sus. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about my friends and all of the weird little adventures that have brought us here. And I think probably for the first time, Marion is probably thinking forward, and is kind of like, okay, like what's gonna come next? Like that's just not something that Marion really does. So
all of the lights kind of fill the room. This like magical glow from each area is in the middle of the room. The rock kind of splits apart and a pedestal comes up from the middle. And Caspia, you're the only one that sees the guardian, the same one you had met, the old man, sitting on it, like, and being raised up from the ground on this pedestal, like kind of jazz fingers at you, like you've done it. And he just kind of gives a silent nod, hops off, steps over to the other side of it. As you see, the middle of this has the same indentation that the first door did for your sword.
I stab the spot where my sword goes.
What you thinking about in this moment?
I think I'm thinking about Caspia's main motivation is that she does want to help other people and is thinking about just hoping that this makes the world better for everyone, even better, like better for the Reavers, better for even people she doesn't particularly like or that she thinks are good. And is also kind of, as she's thinking about like, okay, even the people who like aren't very good, is kind of thinking about like what it means to be a good person and like what it means to help people. And is hoping that by giving everyone, first, I mean, is hoping that it works, but that by giving everyone an abundance of resources, that it will make it easier for people to be good to each other.
You all watch as Caspia pushes the sword down into this stone pedestal. All of the light that was kind of around each of your areas zips to the middle and forms to make this kind of like purplish light. And it just like encompasses this entire podium before you see above it kind of start to form like solid, it like a plasma-y looking bit. Like it looks very odd and colorful as all of this magic, and you're watching it just constantly pull in from these crystals as it just kind of grows and grows to the point that this whole room is bathed in this purple light. Everyone's just in awe watching as you see the walls behind Anne-Marie start to be covered by a waterfall, and the walls behind Marion, moss and ivy starts to grow up the side of it, whereas in the wall behind Rolly is just encompassed in this like very, very short, close flame, and it licks in different colors of blues and reds. In the wall behind Rumble, you can just see the air kind of streams shooting all around as a slight fog kind of settles over a bit of it. The whole room starts to feel more alive and whole. It is warm, it is musty, it has a breeze, it is the full encompassing nature that some of you probably have never seen. You've only ever experienced this dry, arid nothingness. There's just like giggling from the Guardian, who's like watching all of this, that I think some of y'all will kind of start to hear now, kind of echo in the room. I think just for fun too, it sounds like it's coming right next to your ear, Anne-Marie, like you specifically. The laughing is like right there, as it's just an a natural feeling that is so unnatural to all of you. And then it starts to kind of like seep up this like plasma up into the ceiling and starts to disappear. As this is all happening, you all hear a crack, and then a spark, and then a crack. And the room starts to feel weird as like the wind seems to be rushing in ways that it doesn't know how to do. You have mist kind of flying in your faces. And then there is an explosion of energy as you all see the fire crystal blast apart and disintegrate. And there's bright, bright, bright light. And you all feel yourself thrown back. But instead of hitting a wall, you feel like you're falling. The light subsides. It's dark. You're falling, you're falling, you're falling, you're falling, you're falling, you're falling. Then nothing. You all pass out. After a bit, let's say Marion first. Or actually, I lied. We'll do it as this group. We'll just say we'll do this first as a group. You hear the sound of birds squawking in the distance. Anne-Marie, you hear the sound of waves crashing on the shore. Wait, no, you don't just hear them. You feel them as you feel the waves licking up on your feet. Rumble, you feel sand under you. You move your hands, you feel sand. Rolly, you feel the warmth of the sun on your back. Caspia, this fresh air. You all open your eyes as you are laid out on a beach under the shade of some palm trees, birds in various areas, the water lapping up on you. You look back, you don't see land. There's an ocean.
Fuck yeah.
You sit up. You're on a very small island in the middle of the ocean. Looking
Hell
around.
yeah.
There is probably a moment of everyone trying to figure out what the hell's going on until all of your eyes land on Marion, who is sitting there with perfect skin complexion, not a single crack, not a joint. The glow of the blue of their eyes. What color are your eyes, Marion?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
They're just a soft blue, kind of
Soft
blue-green.
blue-green on white, real, moisture-filled, blinking eyes as sand, Marion, you're realizing is in your eye. And you're like, oh my gosh, what? And then you look at your hands. There's no joints. There's no articulation. There's no plating pieces. You have solid flesh hands.
I think, and the group would see Marion's hair is not pink. Marion's hair is dark. The pink was always just like a nice touch that they really enjoyed. But I think that as they realize that their hands are no longer metal porcelain, they start to feel like the sands beneath them. They start to feel the heat of the sun. And these are not sensations that they have no memory of these sensations before. And I think if the water is nearby, the water's everywhere. There's a brief moment of like, fuck, we drowned the city. And I think goes to get up, kind of feels weird, even though it's still legs, but like there's muscles now, and there's different movements of skin, and Marion kind of stumbles, but I think gets close to the water, and kind of scoops it up and feels it in their hands, and then turns to the rest of the group. I think I can be in water now.
Hell yeah.
I go over to give Marion a hug.
This is only like what, the third hug they've ever received.
Hey, first hug as a flesh being.
As a real boy. Yeah, I think that there's some awkwardness to it. I don't know. I imagine that as a robot, the transition from robot to human skin and flesh is probably a really weird thing to like be aware of. They're probably sweating a little bit. They've never sweat before. So it's just all of the like weird human sensations are just happening all at once. So
I feel like I
awkwardness.
say, because you're like so stiff, and I'm like, don't forget to breathe, because that's not something you had to do before either.
Probably not breathing. Probably forgot. Do you all just always exist like this? There's so much stimulation. Everything is really bright. Sand is everywhere. Anne Marie's, you're right.
Gotta
Sand is
get in
everywhere.
your bed.
But you get to
I
eat
mean-
food now, not crystals. Or
Oh,
Yeah,
nothing.
don't try to
I mean-
eat crystals.
Oh,
I mean, I can still eat rocks, and I think that's what matters. And I eat a rock.
You die.
Weird magics. Rocks are bad for you now. Weird.
Anyone named Taylor can say what happens.
As y'all are kind of looking around, Marion, oh my god, like you're a person, and like having this whole moment, I think Caspia, you hear from like on the other side of this little mounded island, like a cough, just like Caspia, come here, Caspia, come here right now, Caspia, are you here? Oh my god.
I run over.
You all hear Risky yelling this. As
yeah, run over.
You move up on the sand and kind of run over to the other side, and you see both Sable and Risky like kind of leaning over a body. Sable's like half trying to figure out how to do like CPR, but like doesn't really like understand like what to do in this moment.
I feel like Caspia would know CPR. That's probably like a thing that the Guardians would teach.
Yeah.
I only know 2 of those letters, so.
You don't know P?
No. I think
The
I call
other
it.
type, the other
think-
ocean.
No, I think I'd call it piss.
You kind of like rush over there, and Risky has this look on her face like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I mean, everyone has that look, but like gives you this look like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, as you rush over and you see Lyra, full-bodied, an actual being, conked out.
Dead? Oh, okay.
I mean, they're attempting CPR, so Sable
searching
also doesn't know that this was a
CPR, yeah.
person that was like dead at one point, so it's like, but yeah, you
Yeah.
rush over and there is a pulse.
I will lay on hands. I can touch someone and heal their physical ailments. It's technically a part of emotional support, but since it's an NPC, I don't imagine that she has conditions.
Dead?
So I just like
One's dead, now
condition
back.
of dead. But yeah, I just like put my hands on her, and there's this kind of like glow of magic, like there has been before, where my hair like kind of gets tousled a little bit, and I try to revive her.
Yeah, it kind of takes a minute. There's that like, what is happening? As it's just like almost an immediate like sit up, big breath, like everyone like flies back like terrified, and this like quick movement, you're like, oh. Is this
You're alive.
Oh,
No,
what?
maybe either you're alive or we're all dead. Actually,
Oh no.
I personally think I'm alive.
Okay.
Can I try to drink some salt water?
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
absolutely. Yeah, just to drink a little bit of salt water.
Just as a
I mean,
treat.
it
Does it
tastes
taste
like
like-
salt water, and
This
you
is
feel
true.
really dehydrated.
I have a question.
I'm alive.
For the GM, Taylor.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
I'm still a lizard person, right?
You're still a lizard person,
Right, because one person turned into like a human, and I just wanted to make sure that didn't happen to me.
You're just sitting there, just like a normal dude, like just
None of us recognize you.
Dick out.
I would have a dick. That's real. That's real.
Really seems like the kind of person who would.
Listen, I have a tail.
But like,
Oh, the tail got switched around.
it's
There you
like
go.
Dick and boobs, and it's like the best of both worlds.
Honestly, I mean, That's kind of like if I had a dick, you know?
As
The best of both
this
worlds.
conversation on if Rolly was turned into a human being continues, we will leave you all on an island with birds and water and sand and the heat of the sun and the sea breeze in your faces for 2 people on this island, new faces. As in the distance, you see a ship far off. And that's where we'll end it.
Can I
Whoa.
have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is my car there?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
Fuck.
but
As soon as I realize that, I just glare at Anne Marie. It's literally like it's just like, oh, just like pissed off.
Well, you know,
Rumble
leaving your
always
car
has to
isn't as
be-
bad as leaving your friends. So
Rumble is always has to be on a quest for something. Season 1, it was her sister. Season 2, it's her car.
Dude,
Where's
Where's
my
my car? Season 2 isn't Waterworld. It's dude, where's my car?
Absolutely. I will note too. Matriarch, nowhere to be seen.
Mom?
Told you she's
And
fucking
the
sus.
ghost man, not here in a body.
Mm-mm.
Whatever happened, he ain't
He
here.
was
I
too
love that.
happy.
we are in a situation that truly I think only Anne Marie can get us out of. Only the
Wonderful.
pirate. Only the pirate.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, with that and with a good setup, if Jeet will have us back for a season 2 later on in the year, let's
Jeet, please.
all say goodbye for the last time for now.
Goodbye for the last time for now.
Because yeah, I mean, everyone just remind us who you are and like general places you're
Oh.
at. Let's not give legit schedules because hey, surprise, we pre-recorded this. So I don't know. So let's just go in the same order. We'll start with Anne Marie.
Hi.
Oh, well, I
let's-
guess Ashton now. You're no
Hi.
longer Anne Marie.
What is going on, Power Bottoms? Thank you so much for watching my Minecraft Let's Play. I have IBS and it's been a time. But it's okay. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Popsicle Mike or specifically on Twitter at Popsicle_Mike. And follow me on Twitch at Popsicle Mike because I do Marble Snap streams, and every time I lose, I do a shot. So that's fun. Also, at FKF Tweets on Twitter. That's my King Arthur podcast, and at Cars Conspiracy on Twitter, which is my Pixar's Cars having sex. I mean, it's not like they're actually having sex. We're talking about them having the possibility of them having sex. Let me be clear. Also, I never promote this, but you guys should go check out on Monday nights the Worst Days. I've been doing it for like 3 years, and I always forget to promo it, and it's a really funny show.
I've been in 2 other seasons of a show with Ashton, and I've never heard of this.
I've been doing it like every Monday night consistently, and I genuinely think it's one of like the funniest group of people. Not counting this group, who is fucking hilarious. But like they are, let me tell you, on par with this group. Like they're as funny. Like we're killing it. It's a horror anthology series. And we all mostly die at the end of every season. So go check it out. It's amazing. It's called The Worst Days. Yeah.
Love it. Let's take it over to Layla.
Hi, I'm Layla. You don't really need to know anything else about me. Next person.
All right. Let's go over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, just depending on where you're hanging out. You can usually find me here. I'm on a couple of campaigns here on Entropy Emporium. I'm on a couple of campaigns over on Lost Caravan. I'm on a campaign on High Shelf Collective. So find me vibing on one of those. But yeah, that's me.
Heck yeah. Let's go over to Taylor.
Hello, I'm Taylor. You can find me online most places at Roll4Felicity. I do have my own Twitch channel where I run TTRPGs and play video games. I run mostly one-shots over there. That's twitch.tv/Roll4Felicity. You can also find past one shots and other streams on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/Roll4Felicity. I don't know, search Roll4Felicity on YouTube. But if you want to keep up with the different things that I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter or Tumblr. Those are where I post the most, which are also Roll4Felicity. And maybe sometime in the future, see me here on Entropy Emporium for season 2 of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, of course.
Also, you all should go find whatever Taylor's doing. I highly suggest it because I'm in love with her. One,
I love Taylor.
but I am her aspiring side lover. The me talking about polyamory was not for Kian or Marion.
For me.
Just for you
Taylor,
and Mike.
talk to your husband.
You couldn't see it, but Layla was staring at your camera the whole time.
I've been staring at your camera the whole time. Anyways, go check out everything Taylor's doing. She does great work.
Let's then go over to Blair.
Damn, flirting in the aftermath. I love it.
I'm always flirting with Taylor. Let's be real.
Hi, I'm Blair _Canadian Moose. I've been Rumble, and I can't wait to come back for season 2. JT. I can be found here on Mondays doing Taskmaster every other Monday. The Minecraft SMP that we have going. It's chaos. Come watch it. You'll see many of these faces and stuff. And then if we do it again, even more of these faces, because we're going to make sure everybody can play. And then also on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, I am on Lost Caravan, season 2 of Nova. It's so good. There's so many emotions, but I love it. And then if I'm not either of those places, I'm on High Shelf Collective. Now that this game is, I'm only in one game. I got to sign up for some more shit. So maybe other stuff later, but April will probably be pretty chill. So go check out that, and then what everybody else is doing for sure. I second that. Yay.
Hell yeah. And then I'm Taylor. I've been all of the other people in this game that aren't these people. That's what I've been. You can find me I don't know where. High Shelf Collective mostly. Doing all sorts of things over there, as well as Lost Caravan, as well as April Chromatica Limited. Doing all the fun nerdy ass things. So thank you everybody for playing this super fun and goofy and heartfelt little Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. I just wanted like Mad Max baddies and gay. We did it. So I'm excited to see what happens next and where y'all have ended up and all of those good things down the road. But love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and day and week and life and forever. Goodbye.